Okay,
Oh,
we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hola, Pam. Hola, Bob.
what'd you say? What'd you call me?
Nothing, I'm sorry. Maybe my Spanish isn't that good.
Or
I
my
plead the fifth.
understanding of it. My understanding of it.
Okay,
I don't know.
so
I
we
could get you
have,
French.
let's see, we have Merdule and Grasshopper and Gold Nugget Tetra, Fish and Tank Dicks, Mr. Snail Gardens, hello. And I know I saw Scotty earlier, and Levi, and I guess that's all we have in right now. We don't have very many people in here right now.
It says we got 70 people.
What? Does not.
No.
Mine says we have 6,
Well,
which is kind of sad. 7.
it's
God
probably,
answer, hello. Merritt, hi.
it's probably because Skipper said he was going to be late. He's watching one of the Marvel movies with his wife, and he
Oh,
started
okay.
it right after the stream when I was doing with him earlier.
Ed, I saw a new Marvel thing, and I was going to remember to see if you knew what it was. It was like, I know
Lots
it's
of
something
live
new.
going on.
Is it Morpheus?
I don't know. It was aquatic. Wish I could remember stuff.
Namor, my favorite superhero, he's kind of like Aquaman, but from Marvel. He's going to be the big bad guy
Hi.
in an upcoming movie. The next,
I hadn't heard y'all talk about it on any of your streams, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
Daniel, hello.
What's your shirt say, Ed?
Oh, I Hate Stupid People bought this for me last year for Christmas. She was my Secret Santa.
Oh, cool.
And it's rolling with my homies.
All right.
Because our quarterback's name is Patrick Mahomes, and they call him Mahomie.
Huh.
Awesome.
Yep, I love this shirt. I actually love it so much, I bought a smaller version for my dad for Christmas last year.
That's pretty cool.
That's a cool shirt, Bob. I don't know what it is, though. It's a little dark.
Oh, Sand Creek Aquatics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't take any harsh light, Ed. I'm too old for that.
It's okay. We don't want you to get skin cancer.
God forbid. Be like Betty White. Drop near the finish line.
Is that what happened? She died of skin cancer?
No, but she died at 99, just 17 days shy of 100. So it's like getting tackled at the 1 yard line.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Suck. It does suck. It's whatever. It sucks.
I sure do enjoy her on the match game.
She's just really good.
I love Betty White.
Did you guys ever see Lake Placid?
I never have yet.
Oh my God,
long time
you
ago.
really need to watch that. I mean, you seriously need to watch that. Betty White is in that, and she cracked me up so many times.
That's kind of the one that kind of brought her back in the mainstream, I think. Because she kind of retired for a little bit, and then she came back and did that. You know what? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
There's Yazzie.
Yeah, and Yazzie's feeling all feisty because he saw his first girlfriend ever the other day. She's his doctor.
Oh, that's
now.
right. Yeah, at the vet's office.
She's his doctor now.
Oh, wow.
And they made a little video of them together. Yep, it was just like love all over.
He remembered her?
Okay, so he remembered her. All she had to do, she knows his middle name, and she always called him Rilla. We called him Yazzie Rilla, like Godzilla. And she said Rilla, and he ran to her and let her pick him up.
Aww.
Yep. Casey. So he's looked for Casey for 4 years or whatever she was away to vet school. Finally found Casey.
That's awesome.
Yep. Ed, you're just not his type.
Was it Casey from the shop, or is it a different Casey? Or no, that was CJ. JC.
JC.
Jesus
No, but
Christ.
kind of like her. I'll send you the little. Actually, I posted it as a short today on my channel, I think.
I
Oh.
missed
And
that. I'm gonna have to go look for it.
it's slow motion, and so it sounds like a record being played backwards. And I was just trying to take a couple of pictures, and so evidently I hit slow mo
Oh,
movie.
wow. Oh,
He's so happy. He posed with her and everything. She got down in the floor with him as soon as she went in. Did most of the exam there.
Well, that's
He
awesome.
found
what
his
art
Casey.
is happening now? I can show you guys this, but I know you aren't gonna see anything.
Well,
Because
that doesn't make any
I'm just
sense.
barely starting on it, so you probably won't even be able to tell what it is yet.
I can usually tell pretty good.
Yeah, right, Bob.
Bob's the
But I'll
man.
show you guys what I'm working on.
Wait, you need to blow yourself up.
Yeah,
No, you can see it.
You blow us up.
right.
Okay.
Way to go.
You guys are such a pain in the butt. Okay.
Oh, it's an owl.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
a
frog.
snow owl.
See, you blew it up and we could see the whole thing, not just its little parts.
I see two owls. One of them eating the other's leg.
Yes, yeah, Bob, that's exactly what it is. So it's a snow owl in flight.
That's not a card. How big is that?
It's going to be 8 by 10.
Oh, I was talking to Maria earlier, and
Maria Z?
yeah, and she just had got through giving me the awfulest cussing I've ever had over that damn owl
That owl?
I outbid her. No, she didn't. I messaged her earlier, just aggravating her. Said, "Have you forgiven me for the owl?" And she said, "I never was mad." And then she said she wasn't feeling good. She might not make it tonight.
Oh.
You know, is Mike here?
Yes,
Mike
he
had
is.
to. Okay, good. I hope he's feeling better. He wasn't into his stream tonight. And I just got in there coincidentally, and he said, "Well, I'm out of here." And I thought, well, I hope he's feeling better. You know what I've seen today? Well, actually, the last few days, but today I counted 13. I've got a huge Facebook, whatever, like
Following?
almost 5,000. Well, people that I get like 5,000, whatever. I don't know if they all follow or where it goes, but I see their posts and they see mine. But 13 today dogs passed during the night or this morning. Dogs. And it just, you know, none of them unexpected. Just one of them, her dog went to sleep. You know, it was old. And just 13 today alone. Jesus.
Wow.
That's creepy. Better keep
Okay,
housing
Ed, I'm going to
inside.
blow you up so you can show us what you're working on tonight.
Okay, I don't know if anybody really cares because I've been showing it off so much. But I made these Jamaican, or not Jamaican necessarily, but fish that are supposed, I don't want to get them covered in
Oh,
black.
yeah, the fish that are going to go on your walls hang. Let me see them.
Oh, yeah. I do want to see those.
So
Oh,
they're supposed to
nice.
look like Caribbean type painting, but
Right.
all the Caribbean ones have their eyes painted. So I'm going to fill their eyes in tonight, and then I'm going to work on miniatures. So that's the purple one.
Oh, I love it.
Miniatures.
Love it.
Thank you.
Hey, Patty.
Oh, I like that one best so far.
Oh,
I
cool.
love the greens and yellows on that one. Ooh,
that's
I don't
cool.
know.
I like
That
that.
one's cool too.
Yeah, I like all of them.
So
Would
now
you-
I have to pick a spot on them to do an eyeball on every one of them.
And I really like the burlap gives a nice texture effect to them.
Yeah, I thought it just kind of gives it a little something different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Gives
was
it
just
nice
watching
texture. Plus, it kind of fits in with the Caribbean theme too, I think.
right. On Instagram, one of the kids that's real well known that does reptiles and stuff, I can't remember his name, but he was showing his little really bizarre colored salamander, some kind of salamander or newt or something. And he said, it looks like he said, looks like she has one eye, but he opened her mouth and the other eye was inside her mouth. So
Disgusting.
but it was looking around. He opened it up.
Oh,
It said that when she got hurt, it's out there. I'll send it to you, Ed, to brush out.
I don't want to.
He said, but when she was a baby, that she had an injury and they grow back, I guess like axolotls. And it was just a perfect eye right inside of its mouth.
So it sees everything it's eating.
Yeah, that while it's eating, you can see how it's eating.
That's disturbing. I would not want to see my food being eaten. There's food I eat and I was like, what did I just eat? And I wouldn't want to see it.
Well, she's eating worms and bugs.
Hi,
So,
Dee Dee.
Oh,
hey, Dee Dee.
gosh, Bob. Hi, Dee Dee. Sorry
just
you just
thought
had to witness that.
I thought it might give you a frame of reference for the eyes. You can't go wrong. So,
You can put it anywhere you want.
Right. I've never seen anything like that. At first, I thought he was joking, and there's just a little eye in there looking around.
Well, that was incredibly easy.
What's that?
It got its eye.
Oh, cool.
I just pressed it in.
What are you using?
Paint it. I used the end of a sponge brush.
Oh, that works.
Oh, okay. And where did you get the ideals for those patterns?
Oh, I just kind of winged it. I
Cool.
looked at their stuff, but I don't think I really copied very well. I just kind of went with it. They have more straight lines than I did dots, but I kind of like the dots. And they
Right.
also do a lot of flowers, and I didn't want to do flowers.
I'm trying to think if I'm going to do anything. Oh, I was going to report back on the other vaccinations, Ed, when I went to my new doctor the other day to have lab drawn before I go next week. They were waiting for me. I mean, the nurse, not him. They had.
Were you running late?
No. They were waiting for me with needles. And they wanted to give me a meningococcal, like a whatever meningitis vaccine. I said, whoa, hold up a minute. And so they said tetanus, and I said, okay, I'll do that. And then the pneumococcal, the vaccine, old people need that. So I said, yeah, I'll take that. And then here's the shingles one. That's what it was, shingles. I couldn't remember. So I said, I don't know about that shingles and that other thing, but I took 2 vaccines there. So I feel like I'm loaded up with all kinds of stuff now. Tetanus. Well, tetanus everybody gets when you're a kid. You get
Where did
that.
Ed go?
Ed said he was tired of your stuff, Pam.
Oh, did he?
He messaged and said, he messaged Yazzie actually. Yazzie got him a little watch with the messaging on it so he can keep up. Yazzie. Casey told him he had bad breath, and I said he eats shit out of the cat pan. He was licking her nose. Yep. You don't even do that to me.
Ed's probably like looking for lizards with eyeballs in their mouth.
Maybe. You can Google that, I'm sure. Just look for it on there. I forgot his name. Almost came to me. He's he's like, I don't know, maybe 14, something like that. A lot of the big lizard people follow him. He's well known.
Huh.
Reptile people. I still have some plants I got when I got that batfish to get out of these bags. I've got 2 onion plants, and I've got a new kind of whatever that plant is to put on and hang on back. I got to get them out. They've been in there 2 days, I think. Or one day. All right, Ed. Ed's playing a joke.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
I accidentally hit a button.
Oh, don't touch the buttons.
The fish was on the keyboard, so I went and reached for it, and I hit a button.
Damn it.
But my mom and dad got the shingles shot not too long ago.
Did they? Yeah. Had they had an issue, or they just wanted to make sure they didn't?
No, they were just told they should, I think.
Yeah. They had them all ready for me drawn up, and I'm like, I'm going to put that back in the fridge or something. I got to read some literature. I'll probably take that one and the meningitis too. You know, if you don't take it, you'll end up sick probably, especially for the old people stuff. That's a lot of stuff to take, you know.
I never go to the doctor, so I haven't had any shots.
Except when your body breaks.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
Then you get free air flights. Or I don't know if it's free, but you got air flights.
Pam, did you get your Medicare stuff?
Not yet.
Have you applied for Medicare?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I got another letter from Medicare today. I just opened it, and they said that now that I don't have disability, that's all rolled into one for my full retirement, that I'm not eligible for the ticket to, it's not Ticket to Ride, it's Ticket to something program. And I'm like, well, I never knew about it, whatever it was. So I have unused benefits, apparently.
Huh.
She's got a ticket to ride. Oh, Yazzie didn't care for that. Sorry, baby. No singing, he said.
Yeah, I don't go to the doctor for anything anyway, but unless I have to. Like the last time I went to the doctor was when I had my gallbladder removed. And the time before that was when I had a baby.
Anybody over 50 should be getting their prostate examined, Pam.
Not me.
Pam, you're playing with fire.
Yep, you are. Bob lost his golden ticket. No chocolate for you.
That's it, yep.
When I fill my coffee, if I remember, I'll bring it and see what it says, what it is. I hear my voice self-echoing.
Okay, so I got the eyes on him. It kind of looks cute with a little black eye.
That is cute.
I love them. I think it's going to be super cool. You're going to show us when it's all done and on the wall, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a whole video, like a little 5 to 10 minute video on how to make it. And I'll cut a whole nother one of these out and paint it. But I'm not actually going to use it. Unless it looks better than one of these. I think this one looks really good with its eyeball.
Label is distracted. Hello. I don't think I've ever met you. Nice to meet you. Patty said that's her fish right there. I'll be damned.
Patty's so cool.
She is, but that was my fish.
What about that batfish?
Yeah, it should be in the background back there behind me. It was doing great today. I did a little shorter video on it. It's building its confidence.
Nice.
I played Dale Carnegie videos for it today.
I'm just going to pretend like I know what that reference means.
I label.
I thought we talked about something like that on our trip, Ed, didn't we? Like the confidence thing, or how to win friends and not piss off people and stuff.
I don't know. Is that what that what was his name? Dale
Carnegie, like Carnegie Hall, or Carnegie, depending on how you pronounce it. Yeah, back in right when I started in nursing, and if you were in management, and I was.
Oh yes.
You had to go to those classes.
Now I remember. I was trying to think about for somehow to make fish happier or something, and I was confused.
It works on fish too.
Well, that's cool.
They have a decent attention span. They're going to pick it up.
Now, how big will that batfish get?
He'll get 20 to 22 inches. So he'll be moving on that, but that's like 2 years down the road. We'll see how fast he grows. I have a feeling I'm going to be converting my deck into like a 5,000 tank. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
Oh.
It'll be solar heated.
Well, that'll make some people happy.
Yeah. I don't care if it makes anybody happy or not. That's free. That's free energy.
I had solar panel when I was a little kid. My dad made one for my window, and it was like this big thing that hung off the side of the house and was black, and it had a fan that sucked the heat out and blew it into my bedroom.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
For the wintertime. It really worked. He took like a door frame and built it around from a door frame. And he took I don't know if it was siding or what, but he had angled leaves that kind of like, so they scaled and they were all solid black. But then he had a fan that somehow blew it up into the room, the heat.
But the fan had to work off of the what you call it, the solar.
Yeah.
Hey, Rack.
Iraq.
Iraq.
You just missed Edge Fish. Somebody, I had a calculator that was solar too a long time ago. I remember those. In fact, I've still got some old ones.
Yeah, I had one of those.
What have I got? Oh, Baptist Hospital when I worked there. That was 30 years ago. I used to give out calculators when I did recruiting. Yep.
I remember those too.
You want one, Ed? I got a sack of them still.
I know.
They're little, like a credit card.
That's pretty cool. But the fact is I have a telephone that always does my adding for me. So I'd rather just use that and then save that for somebody that needs it.
Griffin, don't rub it in. Griffin found me, he said.
Oh, I saw Griffin earlier today.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him for a while.
He was in your stream, Ed.
Yep, he was.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't in there, so I dodged a bullet.
One of my little guys is missing an arm.
That's not good. Griffin, are you moving or not? Let's see if he answers. He posted something on Facebook, and then I asked him about it when I saw him the other day, and he didn't answer me. Hey, Holly. Udul. Mike. I like to know where people go so I can visit, have a place to stay. So I'll go by there.
That's why nobody tells you, Bob.
See, he said I'm always around. I've rode in his back seat so many times, Pam, he wouldn't even believe it. Yes, you're moving. Well, don't tell us where. Grand Terra is starting a batch. Oh, cool.
Wait, who's moving?
Griffin.
Oh, yeah? Is he moving to Atlanta?
No, he's moving to some place in the Pacific Northwest or Midwest or something. He's going to be running something for staying there free or something. I forgot now. I read it on his Facebook.
Well, that's awesome. I guess it'll be kind of sad having him leave Dodge.
Hey, Levi, sorry, ladies, because he was at Metalhead stream. To Chattanooga? Oh, hell no.
That'd be cool.
No.
We got space in Bob's truck.
Mm-hmm. We did have a nice lunch with Griff, didn't we?
Yeah. And his family.
And family.
I showed that Willie's thing to my mom yesterday, and she says, "Ooh, I can't wait." And then she says, "Where's Blue Cross?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Oh, I think I was supposed to glue a fin on this fish.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone and just pretend like I never noticed.
Levi says, hi, Ed, Bob, and Pam.
Hi, Levi.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. There we go.
Levi's cool. People were telling him bad things about me, though.
Well, the word gets around.
Everybody was saying that I hate kids.
Oh,
I don't
only,
like kids.
only if they're too big for the microwave. Griff, I heard Chattanooga has a large mafia. Tennessee has a large fish mafia. Well, if you come here, Griffin, you're welcome anytime to stay with Ed.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll give you the address. Just remember, I live in an Ohio town, Cleveland.
Or Dayton.
Are you dating somebody, Bob?
Dayton. That's where you
That's what
live.
I heard you say.
Okay, that I thought it was the other things, Ed. Oh, there was more to it than child hater. Mm-hmm.
It
Griffin
was.
says he's moving in, Ed.
Well, we'll find out. Let's see. I don't have that much room.
Well, you might be moving out, Ed, to put your tent out by the pool.
It's not that hot here, so I probably could.
See how quick that went sideways. Come here, baby doll. Come. Oh.
I turned the power off, though, to the
Hello.
pool house. It's
Hey,
not really
cute boy.
a pool house. Well, Bob,
Yeah.
I may not be there tomorrow
Where tomorrow?
on your show.
Oh, yeah.
My sister's family's coming over after church, and depending on the weather, they're going to stick around and watch the Chiefs game and play games all day. And they might end up spending the night tomorrow night,
Yeah.
which would be kind of fun. I hope they do.
Where's she from?
She's from Hickson. That's a suburb of Chattanooga. It's
About-
just and you would laugh if I said how bad our weather is, because that's nothing for you. But we don't have like snow plows and stuff. So she might be just staying because they're saying it's supposed to have really bad weather tomorrow.
Yeah, 1 to 3 inches of snow.
That's horrible. That'll snow everybody in for a week.
There's a winter advisory. I sent that to Pam, a screenshot. We used to have 8 to 12 inches of snow all the time in the winter here, all the time. But people haven't, for like 2 generations, don't know how to drive on snow now, so it's a big deal.
Well, we also don't have snow plows or anything.
No, they got rid of all that now.
There was one day this week, I can't remember which day it was, but we had one day, I think it was maybe Thursday, but it got up to 50 degrees.
Griffin said 8 to
50
11.
degrees, which is just unheard of for here in in January, 50 degrees. We never see 50 degrees.
Liquid Zoo said, who has the cricket? And then I'm being
Now we're back
accused of
to
it.
cold weather and snow again, so.
Friggin' cricket. No, the crickets are God's creatures. But I did have a cricket start chirping a while ago, and I'm like, because I've been getting the big ones. When they get wings, they start chirping, I guess. Yazzie's staring at somebody. Attack Yazzie.
Yazzie, get him. Get him, Yazzie.
We need a fish store hopping someday. Yeah. Griffin said Ed and Bob need a fish store. I did it yesterday. Was
Yeah, I
it
wish
yesterday?
I would have went with Bob. That would have been fun.
I wish you had too.
I hope we can maybe. Well, I'm going to be the newspapers coming and taking pictures of my fish room on Friday.
Rob was telling me about that. That
So
sounds so cool.
I wanted to try to ask you if you'd want to go out this week, up north, but I think I better try to work in the fish room all the time and make everything look beautiful.
Yeah. Up north where?
Well, like I thought maybe we could go to Knoxville and check out those 3 fish stores and maybe see if Bobby wanted to go and maybe we could take him out for barbecue or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
I
Really
mean, it
cool.
doesn't have to be barbecue. I just said barbecue.
Yeah, well, that would be cool. Sounds good to me. Not a week from now or 2 weeks from now.
Sometime not the coming week, but the following week. If that's cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm pretty wiped out from all that yesterday. I noticed by the end of the second store, I was like in a semi-coma.
It was fun though.
It was fun.
I wish I would have caught the first store. I wish I would have caught Bermuda Triangle.
When I went in just to get my wafers, I started looking, and all their tanks looked like they had just been stocked full. And I looked at the fresh water, and I'm like, I got to take some video. This is crazy while I'm here. And ended up leaving there with this batfish and my wafers. So that was my first $120. First store. And Mike's like, get the lemon peel too. Get the lemon peel. It was another 100. And I'm like, I got to go to 2 other stores.
Yeah, he doesn't like them, right?
Levi says it got up to 60 and now it's snowing. Missouri is weird. So is Wyoming because we got up to 50. And the next day I woke up and we had new snow on the ground. And it was in the 20s.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Merritt says, be careful. She just got a second round of the virus.
What?
Merritt said, be careful. She just got the virus a second round.
Everybody's getting this new one. I mean, everybody is.
Yeah, everybody in my family got it this time, but my mom and dad.
You better check with Griffin and see if he's had his inoculations. I don't know if they really are inoculated. Yeah, that would be if you get inoculated. Somebody smart can look that up. It's supposed to get snow tomorrow. But there's no global warming going on, right?
They were all sick at my sister's house, and my mom's like, I don't think we want to visit them.
Griff got awful quiet when I brought up.
Everybody's getting it. Jess, Shrimp Granny, and her husband are just getting over it. And she says 2 of her cousins have it now. But
it worries me.
My son and his wife are trying to get over it.
You know, being old and having all the comorbidities, I've got like 4 of them. It just worries me,
Yeah.
So far I've done well, and I know I had Delta, and that was rough, but not the usual symptoms, just the no energy. Ed's lynx, Bob's lynx. There used to be a bird called a bobolink, didn't there? No?
Yeah, there is one.
Bobolink?
Yep.
No, I think it's Bob something.
Bobolink, I'm pretty sure. Let me look.
Pam, you're tripping. Bobolink. Uh-oh. We've got agamas throwing themselves against.
It's a bobolink.
Bobolink. Kill Yazzie.
And it's a cute little bird with a yellow patch on its back of its head.
Oh, these are
all songbirds with large, somewhat flat heads, short necks, and short tails.
They look kind of like a meadowlark, don't they?
Sort of.
I remember what those look like. Rack was here. He would know. He was here.
Rack is so cool. If you take a picture of a bird and send it to him, He'll tell you what it is.
Right.
And I've done it, and he knew.
Anakin, hello.
Kenny E.
Hey, Kenny.
And Jeremy, hi.
Jeremy. I don't
There's
know if it
the
was that
link
Jeremy or
about
not. I don't have chat app.
there's the link about Betty White.
Yep, we're going to do a special stream on Monday that I don't normally stream on Monday, but I'm going to stream on Monday night. And it's going to be that's Monday is Betty White's birthday. And we're going to do a stream to raise money for the Ark and for the shelter that Sandy always works at.
Is it San Paulo or somewhere like that?
I don't know. I'll look it up and have it ready for Monday night. But
Sweet Sandy from...
it's a really good shelter too. So we're gonna kind of be pushing people to donate like $5 to the shelters.
Well, that's what the national movement about doing it. It's a national thing.
It's a national
like $5.
thing.
Yeah, and if you don't donate to them, donate to a rescue or your local shelter.
Yep.
It's all about the animals. So.
Yep. And in Betty White's name, because Monday would have been her 100th birthday.
I think Betty White's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, not so cool now, but.
She's probably cooler now than she was.
Ed. Yeah. Porto Vallarta. That's Matt, thank you.
And they got hit by a hurricane, the shelter did, and lost all their buildings. So we've had a couple other streams where we kind of pushing to help out with that one because they're a real good shelter. And they pick up like dogs off the street and get them healthy, and they ship them all over the place, or they fly them to America, to United States and Canada when people want to adopt them. So it's a pretty cool shelter too.
Why are we always yelling? Said too soon, Ed. Too soon.
I was gonna start singing all around the world to come into America today. I like Neil Diamond though.
But anyway, so kind of watch for that Monday night. I'll be doing a thumbnail for it here probably tonight or tomorrow.
What time will that stream be?
I'm going to start it at 8 o'clock my time, so 10 o'clock your time.
Ooh, I wonder if I could get a couple of the volunteers to be over there and let them come up on the stream and show a couple of the animals.
Oh, that would be awesome.
They all work and go to school and stuff. I don't have anything to do, so I usually, if I was suggested, I get to do it. That's past my bedtime. That would be cool. Yazzie will be sleepy that night because he has his teeth cleaned and maybe one pulled, Casey said, Monday morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I told him stay out of that cat poop. Teeth are nasty.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Steph. Which stuff is it?
It's, it got away from me. The chat's going fast. I've got my chat enlarged so I can read it. Some of the words I don't understand, but I can read it.
That sounds like my life story.
Yeah. I need to go get my other cup of coffee. I won't like it if it gets so. You're such a sweet baby.
Well, I had a lot of fun with Skipper today.
What were you doing with Skipper?
We were talking about his channel and his life. It was Get to Know Skipper.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun stream to watch.
Oh, thank you.
What was the one cool thing that we don't know about him that you found out?
There's not really that much. No.
Yeah.
No, the coolest thing I thought was he got to watch a lumber mill burn down once.
Oh, that is cool.
I'd like to see that.
Did he set the fire?
I didn't ask because I didn't want to
See?
incriminate him.
Yeah, but see, Ed, you have to ask those probing questions.
Rico's supposed to ask the jerky questions.
Okay,
I'm the nice guy.
right. Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Got it. Uh-oh. Fight. Or Duo and Matt. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie's sweet. She always, not just fish videos, but comments on my reptile snakes and stuff.
You know, I posted a lizard short, and it threw me out of the algorithm.
Yep, it'll do that.
I was getting 800, well, probably 600 to 900 every day.
Yep.
I put the lizard one up there, and then I had 3 days of 60s.
Yep.
So I still have some cool lizard shorts to do and a snake one, but I don't know if I'm going to do it.
And see, I did that for a whole month. And then I said, I've got to get back to the fish and change my channel name back. So, or to, took reptile out. So, and it picked back up, but it took a while. But I did get a bunch of subscribers to reptile stuff. So
That's cool.
you play, you pay.
I am going to do some of Nico and Baby Cat if I can ever get them doing something really cute and I have my phone by me. And I don't care because they're worth it.
Dragon Lair said, Pam, make Matt a mod.
What? No.
I think they're teasing Merdule or something. Hey, Andrew. Andrew and Gnomes Trucking.
Oh, hi, Andrew. How are you doing?
People that watch my show also watch Bob Kaler's show.
Really?
Yeah.
We have no taste at all.
That's not nice.
No, I mean, how do you know that?
There's this thing on the analytics. It says the 15 most common, like my people watch, and you're on there. Pam's not. That's BS.
You're on mine too. You have been for almost since the start.
I've never even noticed it before till today.
Yeah. It's really cool when it shows like your videos, like a string of them, like on Smart TV, and it'll say people that watch Aquarium Co-op watch Chattanooga Ed or Kaler's Aquatics or yeah, but it's just showing it to you, not all those people.
Oh no, I have terrible news for 503.
Uh-oh.
Shauna, is she here? I don't know.
I haven't seen her.
Well,
I saw her on your stream, Ed, but I haven't seen her in here tonight.
Her sub count is 505. She needs two people need to unsub.
4.
So she can still be 503 Aquatics.
Oh, she'll have to just bite the bullet and grow.
She's like, now she's going to have to get 5,000 and 500, 1,000, a whole bunch to make it doubled.
Ed, you sounds like you had the same stroke about numbers that I had.
Yeah, I think I had it when I was born.
Yeah.
But
Howdy, Andrew.
that wasn't what I was trying to do. I want to show off a short that I didn't get to show anybody because I don't want it to hurt my graphics. I'm going to turn this down so you don't get demonetized. But check this one out. It's really neat. It's a snake.
Hold on, let me.
Hang on. Let me blow you up here.
It's a big yellow and white snake. The colors aren't coming across. But yeah, you'll never see this short on my stream for a while because it throws me off the whack.
That's too bad because that's a cool looking snake.
It is. He was really big. And then I also did one of a monitor lizard, and I thought that was pretty cool. A water lizard.
Yeah.
But the the majority of the people that watch me are India, and they probably have so many snakes and lizards there they don't care. You know? They're like, I can go out in my backyard and see that. So that's what I think is happening.
Oh, did you see Ed? Well, the reptile people all know it. I can't remember that guy's name. He's a big channel, and he's like a Corey or John, and he goes on some of the other big ones like Clint's Reptiles. Michael knows what I'm talking about. He had Lilith, the huge white king cobra, and he had her like 4 or 5 years. It turned out she had some disease, and it was chronic, and she died from it the other day. So he was on, and yeah, he has other king cobras. He's the real deal. But
I thought you were going to say he got bit.
no. She died, and they did a necropsy on her, and he showed that. It wasn't gross, but she couldn't excrete urea, a waste product, and so that built up in one of her kidneys. But she's gorgeous, stunning white king cobra.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, that was big news in the reptile world. Lilith. And she had she wasn't cranky. She didn't try to bite all the time and all that. She was a pretty cool snake.
Was that kind of like when, was she real popular? Like
yes.
Frank?
Yeah, even more so than Frank. I mean, but yeah, like that. Everybody knows who Lilith is. Let me see if Mike heard about it. Yes. Echo Bob. It's not from here. And I don't hear it. Does anybody else hear it?
I don't. So I'm not maybe your best person to ask because I'm not very technical.
And do you hear it?
I think Pam went to sleep.
No, I'm watching the chat.
Do you hear the echo?
It says Burmese pythons are from India.
Was that? Oh, but I showed a lizard.
Like Burma? Oh, the echo's gone now. Good. Yeah, and those things, they're king cobras for a reason. Like our king snakes, they eat other snakes. So he has to either give them freshly killed, like ball pythons.
Oh my goodness, I'm out of coffee. I gotta go.
Me too. Or frozen,
Real quick.
big chunks of that. So expensive to keep.
So I shall be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get some coffee on the stove.
I'll go after you get back, Pam.
That guy, what he should do is breed snakes, and then like all the ugly babies, feed them to the cobra.
He does do some culling like that. I heard him talking about that one time. I think all breeders do that to some extent, or I've heard a lot of the big breeders of reptiles say that. I'm trying to get my new little boa's head to eat little guppies after all. They can't swim. You know how they'll sit on the bottom or stuff like that. I mean, they have no future really. Usually I baby stuff along like that till it dies a month later. But it ate one last night. One of them did. One of them's disappeared. One of those boas is just totally missing. So it's got to be in one of the plant pots, but I don't want to start digging in there and hurt it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got in there.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's awesome.
Oh, thank you, Rack. $5 just making sure this button works. I know, right? It's working. It's working. Out of coffee. No, I guess it's time for beer. Mike, had you heard about Lilith? Wish I could remember the name of the channel. Shh, here she comes. Ed, how many eyes are you putting on those fishes?
I'm painting a little bitty fish
Thank you,
right
Ralph.
now.
Oh, let me see that again. That looks pretty cool.
He's a sea wizard, and so he has like a swordfish with him.
Yeah.
I should have showed him before I started painting him today.
That looks pretty cool.
I like
Thank
that.
you.
Mike, do you remember the channel? Sorry, Ed.
No problem.
He said he saw the vid too. Mike does everything I do. He wants everything I have. Follows me. I'm teasing. We follow each other. It's scary. Yeah, you did miss some bird talk questions, but Pam resorted to the intranet. I thought there was a bob link, and then I said, no, there's not. And she found out it was a baba link. And I think it's related to, what are they? Metal
That's
arts.
related to blackbirds and in that family.
Oh.
It always reminded me of a metal art. Dharma, I just got rid of Yazi. Burb.
I love the larks. They're like one of my favorite birds.
Yep, the Solomon Island one's mine. There's no way they can get out. It's a sealed tank. Bobolinks.
There's a neat bird called a strawberry sparrow in Asia that I think we should try to get here because it'd be pretty cool.
Just let them go.
It's just a little bitty bird, so it couldn't do much damage.
Right.
You know, it's just like a chickadee.
Right.
But it's like strawberry colored.
Cool.
Oh, man.
That sounds pretty.
It is a hot bird.
They had some pretty hog noses at the thing. Ed tried to get me to get one.
That's what I do.
You're an enabler, Ed.
He is.
Well, and what did I tell you, Bob? I said, you got to get it before Mike does. I literally said that.
He did, Mike. Now that I've forgotten that. Yep. That's what he said about these boas, though. I kind of wish I'd got that big one, but I'd have bite marks all over me by now, you know it. There's some kind of something.
But you're a professional nurse, so you know how to heal yourself.
Right. Yep. When I cut my leg open, when I crushed that tank in September, I didn't even go to the doctor. Said if I bleed to death, I bleed to death.
Pam, you should move here so that way Bob can do your doctoring.
Oh, hell no.
I was just thinking the same thing, Bob.
No. Nope. My sister for a while was talking about moving in from her daughters in with me a couple of years ago, and I was like, well, you stay back there, and those are your 2 rooms in that bathroom, but I'll see you in the kitchen, but you're going to have to do some housework. What? I'm not able. I'm okay, well, I'm not cleaning up after you. So she's still her niece, her daughter, my niece. I think she just wanted to be in town instead of out there in the farm.
My kids want me to move closer to where they can take care of me.
Yeah.
And I don't think so.
You would think that.
I don't need anybody taking care of me.
No, I don't either.
But you'll probably end up taking care of them, so that would be a good trade.
Yeah.
Like you could make them gooey butter cake and stuff.
Joseph, you would think that, but actually it's the opposite.
I did a bad thing.
People ask for me.
I did a bad thing today. I knew that my sister was coming tomorrow, and I said, you know, she loves gooey butter cakes. And I tricked my mom to making a gooey butter cake. And it worked. I had a slice like 15 minutes before the show.
Oh, you tricked it for your own game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, my mom kind of made me mad because she made a gooey butter cake 2 weeks ago. She was like, "What can I make for all the old ladies at church?" Because it was her turn to make a dessert. And I said, "Well, make a gooey butter cake because I bet they've never had it, since that's a St. Louis thing." And she did. And then their class got canceled for weather or something. And maybe they were all sick. I don't know. But so I got to eat the gooey butter cake. And my dad and I were enjoying it. Well, when I was halfway over, she had taken it out of the pan, wrapped it up in saran wrap. And neither my dad or I knew where it was, and it just went bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So, well, and then she did the same thing with all the Christmas cookies. She had this giant platter of Christmas cookies that she left in her dining room. It was like, then 2 days ago, she put it out in the living room where everybody could see them. And it's like, well, for crying out loud, Mom, they're all stale now. She says, well, nobody ate them. It's like, well, how are we supposed to know? We don't go in the dining room unless it's a holiday. She makes her quilting in the dining room because it has a real big table.
I'd fire her. That's 2 infractions right there together.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Give her a warning at least.
Next time she wants to go somewhere, I'm going to say sorry.
I wish she'd went with us to the reptile show. She wasn't into that. Oh, Aquaria Life, Stephanie, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Got to cart around some bored teenagers. See, Ed, it could be worse.
My mom can't handle the walking.
The bored teenagers.
There. Wait, did she say she had 4 teenagers?
Bored.
Oh.
Yeah. See, your mom would be a piece of cake compared to that, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. My mom's pretty great. I mean, I'm being grouchy, but it's all treats that she made.
Right.
If it wasn't for her, they would have never been made.
Oh, true. I was just going to call you ingrate. Why, you ingrate? I would have lent her my wheelchair, Ed.
See, boy, I don't know if she would do it. She's so stubborn.
The one that I don't even have. You had me in a wheelchair the other day telling people I was in a wheelchair.
If we could have got, man, if it wasn't such a long walk, I would have got a bunch of those cool things. But that's probably why they were there, because nobody wanted to carry them a half a mile to their cars.
They might have let us drive up there.
Well,
they were $5. I saw some 10 gallons after I got back from there, and I'm like, oh gosh, they're like $15 or $17, $18 on the sale. Crazy.
Bob, you're so tough. You should have just said, we're driving up here.
Well, see, I have 9 stacked up over here that I probably had since this time last year. Actually 8, because I stepped in one and broke it. Skipper said, Ed Eternal just pissed me off. Run, Ed.
I told him it was boring.
Hi, Skipper. Oh, he said hi, all, so I guess he included you.
I think Skipper's going to be coming on here if he can.
He's been
the link.
He's been in backstage 33 minutes, he said.
He isn't backstage at all.
Pam, I think you're looking at the wrong stage. How many waiting rooms do you have? I might be sending Skipper some of the mob guppies from Peter, Ed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, those things have been passed all around.
Yep. I need to send a couple to that's the same color red that I just did. One's called Candy Apple and the other one's called Bright Red. I thought Bright Red would be a little brighter. I need to send some to Jimmy P. I was going to send them to him like in December, but then I realized nobody's sending live stuff, and he's all the way in California.
Yeah.
Right. I'm having foot races. The cats are. You hear all that running.
Hey, when were you talking about 2 in trivia?
Well, Pam dropped the ball on that.
What?
Trivia.
Yeah,
Fish fam.
you didn't make the questions.
You didn't make the questions.
You didn't. You told me you were going to make the questions.
I said since you were the co-host, you were in charge of producing the questions.
No, you didn't.
I'm the host. I can't know the questions because I have to act surprised. Oh well. So that's where it's at, Ed.
Okay.
No staff. Entire cup of that mess. No, I just didn't have time. Really, I did not have time. I was at reptile shows in the Ark and kind of fun stuff. It sounds like fun, but that's just a burden, just a horrible thing to have to do all that stuff. Em and Bob blaming each other. You go back and look at the live stream and see what was said. Oh. Yep, lay down.
Oh.
That's baby Dharma. She's a little girl. I bet
Where
you
did
lay
Yossi go?
He probably went and got in bed. I have to let him rewatch the streams like this when I use my earplugs because he can't hear. So we run the stream. We'll be up late tonight doing more water changing, feeding fish, feeding reptiles. Dharma. Hey, Craig.
Is that the Craig that used to play football with me?
Broderick.
No. I used to play football with a guy named Craig.
That's probably him. There's only one Craig. Can y'all hear him?
Hot chick named Julie.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know if she had her bed on it or what. Play nice, Pam, Andrew said. Yep. Yazzie changed clothes. Dharma and Yazzie get along. Don't you, baby? Blue-eyed black.
I've been having a heck of a time trying to get algae out of some green water in one of my tubs from the summertime. And I've been doing water change after water change, and it hasn't been affecting it. But I put that water polisher from Marineland in there, and I can see the bottom of the tank now. So I'm going to just keep, tomorrow I'm going to pull all the cotton off of it because I just put that safe cotton wrap around it, and I'm just going to keep doing that all week long, and hopefully it'll be nice.
What's in that tank?
My platinum red tails Dumbos.
Nice.
It'd be nice to be able to see them. I mean, you can see them when they come right to the top, but that's about it. And then once that gets out, I'll put a pot in there and plant something. I planted a bunch of jungle val in one of those tanks, and it's doing great.
know. She's daddy's girl. She is. She's a daddy's girl.
Does it look like one owl yet, Bob? Not really
Hold on.
yet.
Hold on a minute. Let me get out of the. I see a face. Yeah, I see it.
But I'm going to have to take a break here and see if my coffee's ready. And I got to get a damp paper towel because I've got something spilled on my desk and I don't want to get my drawing in it.
Ooh, I wonder what that is.
I don't know, but it's sticky, so I got to get rid of it.
Oh, look here, Pam. You called me out for having a roll of toilet paper with all these old dogs and cats. So, just for you.
Oh, nice. Very
we
good.
have tissue on the desk now instead of a roll of toilet paper. I haven't had to use it, but it won't be long. Go ahead and open it. Ooh, it's got something on it.
Nice paper towels.
It's coffee. There's that damn cricket.
Look at how dirty this one is.
Ooh. I'm not even going to say anything on that. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, Rack says he's been working on ukulele art. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a, I guess I'll make myself big for a minute. I'm just starting on it, so it doesn't really show anything yet, but it is a, snow owl in flight that I'm just barely getting started on.
Rack, would you like to come up and hang out with us?
Yeah, would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
I would love to ask him about some bird questions.
Let me throw the link into the chat.
I wish I had the knowledge that man has.
No, me too.
And he's always nice.
Right.
He's a smart guy, but he's not a big jerk about it.
Right. It's a rare combo, you know it.
Yeah. He's no Gary Lang.
Are we auctioning a car tonight? Nope. I'll be doing. I might be doing one Monday night, but for sure on Wednesday I'll have some. Hi, Colette.
My sister's middle name is Colette. Just saying.
Rack, you got really ugly. What happened to you?
Damn, you ain't
Oh
kidding.
wait, no, that's Skipper.
Poor Skipper. You look nice, Skipper.
Skipper, you're important too. You're like the opposite of it.
There's Rat. Yay, there's Rat.
You don't have to take that, Skipper. You don't have to take that.
I figured I'd take the beating first before you got it.
There's Rat.
You know, this is a heaven and hell tour. They've been so nice to me, I decided to come up. And then as soon as I get here, they're being mean to you.
Yep. Uh-oh, I hear an echo.
Yeah, somebody's got
I'd say some things are so good, I like to hear it again, Bob.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. You know, you get old and you just don't care sometimes. I left the volume up on YouTube, and now I'm in StreamYard, so you got the echo. Sorry about that. Totally my fault. Well, I'm not too worked up over it.
That's not one you go before the firing squad for. You're cool.
And you're a man, and you took responsibility.
Right?
Right. That
And
takes
we
the
still
juice
don't
out of the
even-
haters and the blamers, right?
It may have been Skipper, and he's just taking the blame for him.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Nothing.
No, it wasn't me.
I would. He didn't. No, he doesn't need that. Hey, Pam, I want to show you my ukulele art.
What is ukulele art?
Well, I got into playing these ukuleles, Bob, because apparently that's what retirees do eventually. And I started painting them. I think you've seen this one, maybe. This is.
Yeah.
I studied the totem poles when I went to Alaska. I call this one Raven Totem.
That is
How
awesome.
cool.
That is
Raven on
really
top.
awesome.
And it looks
Yeah,
much like the styles of the Alaskan totem pole, then the sustenance, the
does.
totem salmon on top.
Are those Inuit? Is that the Indians they are?
I think that's a general term that we know here on the mainland, but not
Inuits.
used really in Alaska.
Okay.
Maybe those were a very Arctic tribe.
I think Inuit means the people.
Yeah, something general. And I don't know. I've shown this one off. I don't know if you've seen it. You
I
seen
saw
this one,
I
Bob?
saw that one the other day.
Pam
That
saw
is
No.
that
so
one.
totally cool.
Don't tell me what. Is it something to do with a canoe?
No.
Well, it does look like it's one of the paddle-shaped
Right.
ukuleles.
How much do these things cost?
I'll tell you in just a second, Ed. Depends on whether I painted them or not, you know.
Well, but I mean, just to be able to buy one probably costs like a whole lot of money.
Now,
Without
this
the
is a fine
coolness.
instrument, and I called the company. They're so nice, American-made.
Oh,
And Phyllis, the owner, sent me this soundboard and allowed me to paint it and send it back to her. And then they crafted my instrument to my specifications.
Oh, awesome!
Ed,
Yeah.
if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
I know.
It's a few hundred. It's a few hundred
That-
bucks for a
That was
custom
a
one.
that was a red cardinal, Bob.
But Bob, this
okay.
one, I bought this one on eBay for less than $20 delivered, and it came with a gig bag and a tuner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I customize it further. I put the player sound hole up here, so I hear more. I get more of the sound when I play.
Well, that's neat. Does anybody else know about that trick?
It's a beautiful instrument. I love it.
It is. That's pretty cool.
But now I bought these other kits. It's like I'll call it a naked ukulele. Let me grab one here.
I haven't seen anything naked in forever.
Did you break all the mirrors in your house?
Ed.
So these are shipped as like unfinished wood, and so I built it and I painted it,
Oh, I like that one.
and I used the stain so you can still get the wood grain.
Yes.
Ooh,
And I call this one Mahi Pineapple Jam.
I really like the color blend on that.
Yeah, and that one you can see the sticker on the inside. That's the Ohana Company DIY kit.
Nice.
So that was less than $100, and I spent several weeks painting and building it. And I've got two more of these under construction. They're just so. It's a new expression of creativity, Pam. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think
And-
that's awesome.
Ed, you do too. Probably, Bob, you can imagine if you were a painter. I don't know that you're not, but
I'm
you
not,
painted
but I.
canvas for 50 years. Now you're painting little
Right.
miniature guitars.
I appreciate the art though.
New meat. You do. That's why I said that you might be a painter, because you appreciate so much art.
see, I would like to get a banjo, but they cost a lot.
You know, there's a banjo-lele, and they're about half the price of a banjo and easier to play. I started the guitar. You know, I've got this Stratocaster here, 6 strings. And I bought my first ukulele, 4 strings. So was that 30% easier to play? I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
trying
I
to
should-
recall. Did you play the guitar when your son sang on the
I
last
did not
stream?
know. He's the guitarist. I wrote the words to that song, and he wrote the music. He had the chords.
That sounds like a song. What song is that?
What song did we? It's on the website as the YouTube channel as Alaska Music. The title is "Sing Me," and it uses the construction of a song as a metaphor of life.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really special for my son and I when we wrote that together. He let me in his world as a teenager. And you know, I guess that's the height of rebellion or whatever. So I had been out for a while, and it was like, "You can come back in now, Dad." And it was like a rite of passage for the old man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on that, and I think I'm going to contact that Ohana company and see if I can become a. They have signed artists, but all their artists are performing artists. And I want to be I want to be a visual artist for the company. And that's why I'm working on so many of their kits. And they're not doing a lot of their own building here. A lot of their kits are built in China and imported. So that means there's 3 or 4 month lag between anything they would do versus an American company that would build an unfinished ukulele here and let me be the artist for special one of designs. But I'm tracking that way, right? My wife says dream big. What's the worst that can happen? They say no.
It is the worst.
Yeah,
It's
go back
no,
and talk to Bob Kaler if he likes them. Punchy paints. She said nice things. We don't want one. Okay.
it's no anyway if you don't ask. So
Bob, say that again. That is power.
do what?
Say that again, what you just
Oh,
said.
well, it's no already. It's no anyway. If you don't ask, so you lose
That's
nothing.
power. And that power relieves fear. You don't have to be afraid of rejection because it's already rejection if you don't ask.
Exactly. Now, those are you just building your examples of art there, or are any of those done for someone? Are you selling any of them?
I'm not doing commissions, so I'm wide open. I can do whatever I want. It literally is a blank
Hey,
canvas, and
Bill.
I love that freedom. But they are playable. I'm doing a ukulele challenge. It's a competition for a free ukulele, and I'm using that mahi pineapple for that challenge.
Oh, that would be nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that a giveaway?
No, but
No.
the challenge involves a giveaway, and you have to perform so many songs and upload them, and then get judged. So I'm
Yeah, I
performing
can't
all of
remember.
my songs on that ukulele.
That's cool.
Did
Yeah.
you see my Caribbean fish I've been painting?
Yeah, I've been watching you work. Oh, yeah, it's coming along.
The
That's
eye
my
really does it. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
It looks good,
I
Ed.
didn't
I'm
realize
gonna
they
be
all
right
had
back
eyes.
because I got to get a paper towel.
Okay. What, Ed? That looks like a heavy canvas or burlap you're painting on.
It is burlap.
Okay.
See, that's the
Okay.
burlap.
So like a corrugated plastic, you cut the form and then glued burlap on it and made a canvas. Cool.
Exactly.
That's pretty slick.
That is
Well-
crafted.
And let's see. Here's my last one. But I mean, everything they use there is just stuff they find, for their art. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to do something. I didn't want to just cut wood,
Hmm.
but yeah.
I like that one best.
Oh, thank you.
What are those for, Ed?
Well, I've started heating my basement with my fireplace, and I had a big scape of St. Louis that I shot about 30 years ago for a convention. They wanted me to shoot all different shots of St. Louis because St. Louis was trying to get a convention to come in. But I had this beautiful scape, but the heat made it bubble from the heat. And so I can't keep any of my photos up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big plank of wood, cut it, attach it with a 1x in the back. So it's a big square plank.
Right.
And then I'm going to take wood dye and dye it.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
grain will look like different levels of the water.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have a school of fish swimming.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome project.
And
What kind of wood dye are you going to use?
oh boy, I have it. It's the same wood dye that I used for the top of a fish tank lid I made. I could run and get it real quick.
No, that's okay. Because I'm working with dye on those ukuleles.
Oh,
And I
okay.
found a really accessible one at Home Depot. It's a powder. It's water based. You can mix it in water, but I use isopropyl alcohol, and the alcohol just evaporates faster, so it dries faster.
Oh, neat. Well, mine's water based. I get
Yeah.
mine from Lowe's, but it's one of the standard things. I'm not for sure who it is, but yeah, it's in the other room. I really like using wood dyes because I love seeing the grain in the wood.
Do you wear rubber gloves when you apply it?
Not at all. I just turn blue.
Yeah, I do now. I do now. After once it gets on your hands, then you can't handle the ukulele anymore or whatever the art is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let me grab my lid now that I'm not on the main thing, and I'll show you the color I'm thinking about going with.
When Ed asked you how much the ukulele art costs, did you say 200?
No,
I
I
did.
was talking about just the instrument.
Okay. All right.
The instrument cost.
I was like, get me 3 or 4 of those shipped right over here.
Yeah, I'll hook you up, Bob. Whatever you want.
All right.
Let me
I'll
know.
get
Let me know what you want. Because I'd like for you to have ukulele. I think you'd enjoy it.
I can't play it, but I could
Bob,
depend upon it.
Bob, listen. That challenge I'm in, I'm playing this. This is tuned to what they call open C, and that means when you strum it with no fingers, you're playing a C chord. No chords. You're playing already. So everybody can play.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can sing what is it, Frere Jacques with no chords. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques.
How
No fingers,
cool.
Tom. So you can play. You can do it. And the
Don't,
wheels on the bus is just one chord.
replace your naked stickball games, Bob.
right. Don't tell Ed because he's so competitive, he'll want in on that. Hey, Ed.
But you see
That
how
looks good, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
it's the box, or it's the lid for the top of the tank. But yeah, I was thinking about doing this.
What kind
Here's
of wood is that?
Just pine, just cheap pine.
But that grain looks good.
So is that
This
a
is the-
stain or a paint, Ed?
It's a stain.
Yeah,
Oh gosh, this is all dusty. This is the photo that was puckering I've had over my fireplace for a few years.
Oh, that's
okay.
I don't know if you can see it.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's a pretty neat picture. It looked great. It was Kodachrome, so it was a slide, so it would blow up gigantic, and it looked awesome for their final shot. And then they could put words on the bottom, to make it look really good. But it started to pucker. The bummer. But I still have about 5 or 6 of those big images in cardboard.
I've got another ukulele here I'm working on. I'll share a really cool technique with you. This one, I used a blue stain like you did. And this is mahogany. It's actually a laminate mahogany. There's a very thin veneer of mahogany on top, and it's high pressure laminated to a more less expensive wood. And so this wood stain, this acrylic paint, that's 50 cents per bottle acrylic, and I drilled the sound hole, the player sound hole up here. I did that. But this is what I want to show you. This one's going to be called Blueberry Pineapple.
Nice.
Yeah, so the way I got this on here, I've never used this technique, but it's awesome. I found the font. I put the title of the ukulele, the name of the ukulele, the Blueberry Pineapple, and the font that I wanted. Chose the color I wanted, some kind of blue. And then I put a sheet of wax paper. I cut a piece of wax paper about the size of a regular piece of printer paper, put it on top of the printer feed. So when I hit print, it printed this on wax paper. So the wax paper doesn't absorb the ink, it just sits there. So this is just like a pressure application.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had reversed it. I flipped it horizontally, so when I looked at it on the computer screen, it read backwards. But then when I printed it and pressed it, it was too easy. I swear, it was 30 seconds.
That's awesome.
I had no idea you could print on wax paper and it would become a transfer.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
That's pretty cool. I always love it when we figure out little things like that.
Not the life hack for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty slick idea there.
Yeah, every ukulele player should know that. Oh, there's this thing that I have. It's like a disease. It's called ukulele acquisition syndrome.
That sounds like multi-tank syndrome.
It's exactly the same, Bob, only it's worse because, this ukulele here, $20 delivered with a gig bag and a tuner and picks. It was a whole plethora of stuff. And so now I've got 3 ukuleles on this side, 2 on this side, 2 on the counter, 2 hanging. I don't want to tell you how many are in the closet or how many I gave away as Christmas gifts. So in 6 months, I've surveyed a lot of ukuleles.
You're gonna have to go to a group because you have an addiction to ukuleles.
Yeah, they have those groups. They're called ukulele clubs, and they help you get more ukuleles.
So it's reversed.
Yes,
I'll be right back, guys.
The cool
Alright.
thing
yeah, it's
Is,
enabling.
the good thing about it is you don't have to keep doing maintenance to them. You just have to dust them off.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, I play these things. Every one sounds different. They're like kids. They all have their personality. I play them every day, tune them and play them.
That's awesome. I wish I could do that.
But you can, Ed. I was showing Bob with no fingers. You can, if you know how to strum, you can play.
Well, that's why I'd like to learn how to do a banjo. Because, Steve Martin picked up the banjo late in life, and he has several records. He's amazing.
Very good.
I think because I've never played any string instrument. I mean, well, kind of piano is a string, but it's not.
You should check out a banjo-lele. They're affordable.
Just as long as everybody doesn't laugh at me if I play it.
That's the thing about ukulele players. They don't take themselves too seriously, and everyone's encouraged to just do whatever they want to do. It's like bird watching. It makes your life better. It's not like piano or guitar, in my experience, where there are levels of achievement. The expectations are so heavy it becomes pressure. That doesn't exist with ukulele.
Oh, that's neat.
It really is.
A ukulele banjo. Could you text message me that or
Yeah. Banjo-lele. I think
banjo?
it's just banjo and you add L-E-L-E, banjo-lele.
Nola was eating food under a blanket and the dog had busted her. Them ukuleles are pretty neat. It's definitely a totally different sound.
It'd be awesome if we could get a whole bunch of ukulele players
Yes.
and then we just busted it out somewhere.
Yeah. We could write songs about fish.
Now, if you install lights in a banjolele, will it mess up the sound?
No, a lot of people do that. People buy plastic clear-bodied ukuleles they can put Christmas lights in that are activated by sound, so they flash as they're playing.
Waiting for my desk to dry so I can put my drawing back on it again.
Did you ever figure out what kind of secretion that was?
I don't know what it was. It was something sticky, but it's gone now.
Yeah.
How are we doing in chat? Have I run anybody off talking about ukuleles?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is
I can
interesting.
imagine they wouldn't be interested in it.
I was going to ask you about owls, but since ukuleles came up, that was pretty cool too.
Ukulele and owls and a cigar with bourbon. That's good life.
What do you think about owls?
Well, I wish I saw them more, but they're nocturnal and I'm not. So we've had in my yard, we've had great horned owl and screech owl and barn owl. So, and that snowy owl is always a possibility in the winter.
Yeah, I was looking at a thing one time because I used to. Well, I didn't see them all the time, but a couple of different times I saw snowy owls in eastern Oregon in the wintertime. And when I looked it up, they aren't supposed to come that far south, but what can you say? They were there.
That's pretty rare. The first snowy owl I ever saw was in Tennessee.
And we used to see burrowing owls in eastern Oregon a lot too.
Oh, aren't they cute?
They are so cute. They're tiny and they sit on these little mounds. And I mean, we'd see like when we'd see them, it'd be like a whole colony of them. It wouldn't just be one;
Right.
it'd just be like
Yeah.
20 or 30 of them on all their little mounds all over the place. They're really cute. One of my favorite birds, though, and I think it's because of the memories. Because when I was growing up, we went to Eastern Oregon a lot, which is semi-arid with sagebrush and stuff, And my dad's only hobby was arrowhead hunting,
Oh, that's cool.
and we would go out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, like we wouldn't even be on a dirt trail. And one of my favorite memories that just kind of ties it all up for me was getting up in the morning with the sun coming up, and it's going to be a hot day, but it rained the night before, and you can smell the sagebrush because sagebrush smells wonderful after it's been wet, after a rain, and listening to the meadowlark sing
Oh, wow.
as the
That's
sun's
the
coming
meadowlark.
up. So every time I see a meadowlark, it's like nostalgia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're cool to see, too.
Rhett, did you see the story of the lost Stella sea eagle in New England?
Yes. It showed up a few times in North America. And by the way, it's the first North American record. So it's big news. And birders are coming from all over to see it. No, I won't be cool and say I wasn't wanting to go see it. I had the itch. I just didn't pull the trigger and go to Maine. And there's a reason. I'll reveal it here on the Punchy Paints live stream. I've got a big lifetime birding trip planned to Hawaii.
Nice.
Yeah, and so what does Hawaii have in common with my common passionate interest? Birds and ukuleles.
Yeah, you're gonna be in heaven there.
Yeah.
So, but I couldn't just run off to Maine and see the stellar eagle, even though I wanted to, because it's a pretty big commitment financially and time wise to go to Hawaii.
You said stellar eagle.
Yeah, Stellar's eagle. It's a big boy.
Well, where did it come from? How did it get to Maine?
I'm gonna Google that, Bob, because
I'm not allowed to touch buttons, so I would.
well, you can't say anything on the internet, without being fact checked. So you're better off just fact checking yourself,
Right.
Oh, that's a pretty eagle.
isn't it?
Oh my.
Oh, I can't see it.
Give me a second. I actually
Oh
misspelled
my
it.
goodness, that is pretty.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe,
are you on a site where it
Weird
says where it's
looking
from?
Psst, psst, psst.
maybe we can get Lefty to go visit there and take a picture, and then Pam could paint it for him
There's an idea.
and
That's
herself.
an idea.
Wow. Yeah, it's
It's usually on the other side of the Pacific. So to have it in North America was huge. To have it on the Atlantic is
Oh,
really rare.
Look at the
Yeah.
beak on that thing.
there. Oh, okay, you're showing it. That
I mean-
one picture there beside that guy that's holding it. When you look at that, it almost looks exactly like a bald eagle, but with a black head and a little bit of white around its beak.
Mm-hmm.
But it has big red or big white
Yeah.
shoulders.
And
mhm.
it has a huge beak.
Man, that thing's beautiful.
Yeah, it does. That's a neat
Oh, I
one.
see Dragon Layers comments now mentioned, and the Nene geese. Yeah, the Hawaiian state bird. Can't wait.
My mother used to wear that perfume. I'll never forget it. White
What,
shoulders.
Nene?
White shoulders.
My mom did too, Bob.
I think we talked about that once before. I don't know.
I
It's
really
a
like
happy-
having Rack here so we can have music entertainment.
I know, right?
Yeah, music. I should write a song about fish keeping
Or bird keeping.
and bird feeding.
Reptile keeping. How about that?
How about people having fun with each other?
Yeah.
We're
I need
better
to
than
learn some rock and roll. Am I too old to be a rock star?
No.
I'm growing my hair out for a nice stage presence.
Oh wow.
Those tight jeans don't work for me anymore, however.
No. No.
Well, you can buy some tights.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Rico Stan's selling some.
I remember a few years ago I went with my kids and watched what's his name?
Elvis.
Alice Cooper.
Alice.
Yeah, and that was just a few years ago, so you can't say you're too old to be a rock star. Because he was up on stage looking like he was 100 years old singing, I'm 18 and I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's rough looking. Yeah, I like him though. He's a good guy. I liked him when he was popular. School's Out was my favorite album.
Yeah.
Why are we always yelling? That's it. That's funny.
Why
What-
are we?
Story that person wants you to write.
With this story about.
Can you? I put it up on the screen, Bob.
I see it. Pam's the one that's circulating Bob videos.
Well,
Hey,
right.
Rat, you can't keep them cultured long. They slide right back in the gutter. It's a constant struggle.
Rico's trying to sleep. He says, shh.
I'll play Reveille.
There you go.
Should wake his ass up.
I was about to ask a question.
I gotta go check and see if my coffee's ready now.
Dee Dee's Fendon says she loves white shoulders. Is that still around?
Is that a nickname for hen shoulders?
No, it's a lady's perfume, an old lady's. Oh, Dee Dee, not inclined.
She said she's being a good girl tonight.
I remember the perfume that I always had.
It's
My mom always got me.
It's just one of the things you associate with being a kid. Or riding.
Pam, you're going to have to add to the rules. No Stairway to Heaven and no Wagon Wheel.
Are you taking requests?
I love to hear requests. I think they're so thoughtful when people give requests, but I don't know enough to play them. Unless your request is Frere Jacques.
Ooh, I like Farashaka.
Or I've taught Bob how to play that just a second ago. Did you see that, or had you gone to get your box?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have been getting my box. Darn it! I always miss the good stuff.
All right, I'll show you Frere Jacques, Ed. I have to play it on my open C-tuned ukulele because it doesn't require any fret work. It's just all open C. Frere Jacques, dormez-vous, solele nautina, solele martina, ding dong ding, ding dong ding. Thank you.
I think I had to play that on the piano.
That's it. If you can strum, you can play that one.
What if you get it out of tuned out? Then you're what?
No, then you just, it's a C chord. So you just play, the C chord is only one finger.
Oh, I see.
So, but they do that. This challenge is learning kids songs. So you can teach kids and sing for your grandkids. So they teach this open C tuning so the kids can learn with no fingers on the fretboard.
I know that. What is that?
It's a wagon wheel.
Okay.
Little brown jug has to be easy.
Darius Rucker would be angry right now. I did play that one lick that sounded pretty. It's Polynesian. I forget the Hawaiian song it comes from.
Moon River.
That's right, Bob.
Oh, I wasn't guessing. Is that Moon River?
Yes.
No.
Yep. How do I get over? And there's the blues. If you're into blues, the ukulele is so versatile. You can do it all.
Yeah, does your son know you're this good?
That's advanced beginner picking there.
Oh, I have coffee.
Uh-oh. She's going to be bad.
Yeah, we're in for it.
Dee Dee's a good girl tonight. Congratulations. Way to go, Dee Dee. You go,
He's
good girl.
always good.
You guys getting that bad weather, Ed and Bob?
It's supposed to come in tomorrow. That my family's come in to visit, and they may end up just spending the night so they don't have to drive home in it.
Oh, did you already break the news to Bob?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, about
Oh,
tomorrow
was
night.
that the whole concept of why you brought that up? I told Skipper I maybe, what I told you. And
Skipper, that bad weather is 1 to 3 inches of snow.
I was actually talking about the bad weather, and then you threw your family in there, and I was like, oh, that's right. I wonder if he told Bob yet.
Yeah, he did.
well, they drive a Yukon, so that's kind of dangerous in bad weather and snow, right?
But is 1 to 3 inches bad weather?
No. We're getting the worst of it up here.
Yeah. Charlotte's supposed to get some bad weather.
Yeah, it's going to freeze over in South Carolina. They're going to get a lot of freezing rain.
Yeah, I got a stepdaughter in Charlotte we're keeping an eye on.
Wonder why it's so bad over there, the ocean effect or what?
Well, what it's doing, it came from like Minnesota way, and then it came down through, and then it's coming up. It's like doing a U, and then what it's doing is picking up all that moisture down there, and then it's coming up this way, and it's going to be a heavy snow for us up here in Northeast.
That was funny, Skipper, watching you do that. Yep, because weathermen do that, right? Only they got this green screen behind them. So I found this YouTube channel, and the name of the channel is something about drunk weather. and the guy, he just goes on. He loves talking about the weather. He's horrible. He's wearing a t-shirt. He's real loose. But he doesn't have a green screen. That reminded me of him. We've got a cold front coming down. It's making a U shape on the map. If I had one, you'd know, but I don't, so don't worry about it.
I just watch it because I know whenever it comes up from the south, it gets real nasty here. And I got being part of the fire company, we're probably going to have too many idiots still out on the road.
Yep.
And they don't know how to. They haven't driven in it for a while because we really haven't. We only had one thing of snow so far, and they forget how to do it.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Like 2 generations haven't had to drive over more than an inch of snow.
Well,
Did
you
you
know,
know that-
when I was a firefighter, we used to put our bunker gear on when it got cloudy.
Yeah.
One drop of rain, there's going to be car wrecks everywhere.
So I'll have my 2 radios on charge, my light on charge if I need it at night, my flashlight for traffic.
Oh my God,
Where
you guys, you should see it like in LA when they get a little bit of rain. It's like nobody knows how to drive in rain.
pile-ups?
They got, when I was living down there, they got like 1/8 of an inch on the Grapevine, which is the hill dropping down into Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
and they closed the freeway
Mm.
for 1/8 of an inch of snow.
And my aunt
Wow.
stayed whenever I was in North Carolina, and my aunt moved down with my parents, and they, whenever it happens there, they kind of shut the state down because they don't have stuff to, plow snow and stuff. So it's a big deal. Like if you're watching the Weather Channel or something, whenever they're talking about it being a big deal, it is for them. Because they don't have stuff like we do up here to help take care of the roads.
Yeah, and the other difference is because, like I grew up in Oregon, and I've lived in Montana and Wyoming now. And in Oregon, when it snows, and everybody laughs because there's so many wrecks and stuff, but the temperature makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Oregon, when it snows, it's wet snow.
Yeah.
And it's really slick. And when it snows here and in Montana, it's hard to describe, but it's dry snow. And the
Yeah.
reason it's dry snow is because it's so damn cold. So you
Yep.
can't even, like, a lot of times, you'll have a whole lot of snow and you can't even make a snowball because there's not enough moisture in it to pack it.
Yeah.
That makes me
And that
mad.
makes
It's hard
a
to
huge
sled.
difference in what you're driving in.
You can't really do sled riding in it neither.
No, it's just like it's real powdery because it's so
Mhm.
cold here and it blows. That's the problem with it is,
Well, you get the whiteouts.
yeah,
literally
you get the
blow.
whiteouts and you'll get like huge drifts going across the road that
Uh-huh.
it looks like a little bit of snow coming up and it's actually 3 or 4 foot drift.
And you smack right into it.
Yep, exactly. And that will grab your tires and throw you off the road.
I tell you, one of the funny things was whenever I was out in South Dakota, and being in the military, you get all kinds of different people, coming to the base that never seen snow, and it's funny. You go outside and it starts snowing, you can always see this group of people that were probably from like southern Texas or out in California, and they ain't never seen snow, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh boy, this is amazing." I said, "No, it sucks. Okay, when this happens, it means work." And then people gonna be not, and they would come back with a bumper that's all beat up and said, "What happened?" "Oh, that road's kind of slick. I didn't know how to drive." And I said, "Yeah, I told you, stay off if you don't know how to drive in it." But it would just get so much snow out there. We actually had to shut the base down one time. They never did it before.
Is the chat frozen or is just nobody talking?
I think nobody's talking.
Okay.
Well, I think they're fascinated on what we're saying.
No, they are talking.
Yeah, I read the chat and it was like, maybe we've been banned.
No, they all fell asleep.
Yeah, it's Frozen. Oh, there's a request. Can you play Frozen by Madonna?
Not
I'm
yet.
teasing.
I had that
Not yet.
request.
What does that song go like, Bob? I've never heard of it.
I'm not a singer. It's from the middle 80s. It was not a top 10 hit.
Hi, Carlos.
It's when she was doing ballads. And
She used to sing like a virgin for the very first time, didn't she?
yep, it was around that time.
She sang that one where she says a whole bunch of words.
I know it.
Hi, Bob Purcell.
The ones where she didn't say a lot of words were the big hits, weren't they?
I can't think what it was. It was something like
That Isla Bonita or whatever. I like that. Like the Spanish and the guitar in it.
Bo, oh. Marilyn Monroe, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Something like that.
That's
Vogue.
weird.
I think it was called Vogue.
Vogue, yeah.
The StreamYard chat's froze on here, but you go to YouTube and it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We blew it up.
StreamYard is broken.
We broke the internet.
What I hate driving in is freezing fog. Freezing
I'm
fog.
not going to do a feeding fish tour because I don't want to do it, and nobody wants to see all that. But I do want to show my little batfish for a minute.
Your
Yeah,
what?
let me throw you up, Big Bob. Hang on.
Now,
Not yet. Don't put it
how
up
do you
there.
feel about bats, Brack? They fly, but they're not birds.
No, they're
No,
mammals.
they're mammals. They're cool, man.
Okay, so you do like them.
Oh, yeah.
What about like platypus? They
I
have
love
like
the platypus. It's a wonderful biological study.
spiny anteater.
One time when I was up in the mountains camping and it was just about dark and we were watching the bats come out and stuff, and there was an albino bat,
Oh,
and I thought that was pretty cool.
that is cool.
I never heard of a batfish. Is it freshwater or saltwater?
Yeah, you have.
Batfish are really cool, super cool when they're little. Super cool, but they change as they get bigger.
As soon as you see it, you'll remember.
Mm.
Yeah.
They
They're
look like
awesome looking.
spaceships.
That's the first time I seen one.
You usually see the ones that are black with the neon line around them.
Okay. Now you're talking about.
That's my newest. Well, I have some other new ones, but the same day. But
That's pretty cool.
Batfish, I've always loved them and wished that they would stay like that, but as they get bigger, they lose those huge fins. But
yeah, he'll get more circular. This one specifically, it's orbicular, ORBICULAR.
That's really cool.
That fish.
Rack, did you notice the mollies in there?
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask about the saltwater mollies.
I got those from Ethan, and when I was in there yesterday doing a tour, see how he lays on his side?
Mm-hmm.
He does that. They mimic leaves, and they lay like in the mangrove shallows and blow around with the leaves, so nothing bothers them. And
Wow.
but yesterday I did a video on him, and of course that guy had to mess with him there. The squirrel fish, he's into everything.
I love the squirrel.
But see how fast the squirrel is? I mean, just swimming normally, and he can really turn it on. So he started to chase him. He gave chase. That guy is supersonic. I mean, he lays on his side and folds his fin behind him, and he's gone.
Wow.
That
It
bat-
really surprised me.
Really?
He looks like an easy target, but nope.
So he swims sideways fast?
Yep. Stop it, Rosie. Rosie tearing the cabinet out from under us as I speak. He's a good eater.
You did do a tour yesterday, didn't you?
I did 3 stores.
I should probably watch that.
I wish I could have gone with them.
And he went to, I wish you could too, Ed. He was at the first store. And it was either get him or a lemon peel there. And I got him, and I'm glad I did. Now, these guys have to have pristine, I mean, you can't just say it, you got to do it. Pristine water. So I had to do a 50% water change before I even put him in here yesterday.
Mm.
I had like 40% nitrates, and I'm like, he'll be dead in the morning.
Well, how'd you get those mollies in there? Did they have to acclimate?
They do, but he already had them. I'm sorry, Rick, I forgot. He already had them acclimated. He brought them into the store that way.
Okay.
And
I discovered them for Bob.
yeah, you sure did. You told me about them. But instead of being like $7 or $8, whatever they normally are, these were like 10 or 12 because they're already acclimated.
Well, you know, in the 80s, when I set up my first saltwater tank, that's what they sold you to cycle your tank with.
Yep.
Black mollies. So my saltwater tank had black mollies.
Well, he had some more of these, but they weren't this big, maybe a third this size. And again, Ed's little pink friend there. If he can get it in his mouth, they're gone. So I decided not to give him those mollies.
He looks like a snapper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's got a huge mouth. Look at you.
I love that guy.
That's a really cool batfish, though. Have you named it yet, Bob?
Bubba. I actually
Bubba.
did because I kept calling him Bubby.
Yeah.
I've been talking to fish a lot, Rat. Don't judge me.
Oh, no, I'm one of you.
I'm teasing. I've been telling them, like, get over there and do this and that. I was like, come over here, Bubby. And I thought, I'm going to call him Bubba. It's easy. But yeah, he'll kind of look like a silk seam.
Look at that.
Anyway.
That is not. You would have thought there's something wrong with him when he does that. I never knew that.
There's some cool videos out there. I Googled some videos after I researched it when I got home, and it was talking about the leaves. And the leaves from the mangroves turn, red and brown, orange. So that's why they're this color at this age. And they just lay on their side and just move along with them and eat. And Rosie, I'm busy.
So whenever that fish gets bigger, it's going to lose them stripes.
He's still the adult pictures I saw. I didn't see any videos. He still had one stripe, like the second stripe there, and it only went about halfway up. And it was more round, like a silver dollar, but still longer, like an angelfish, an aquatic angelfish, like that kind of shape, kind of.
I have a friend that has a fish store named Rob, and he had one of those little black batfish when he first opened up.
Yeah, he had one.
Somebody stole it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
I remember that.
They came in pretending like they were drinking coffee from Starbucks.
Yep.
And he scooped him when he wasn't looking and took him out. Isn't that a jerky thing to do?
That's
See
an
how-
extremely jerky thing to do.
That was a little display of his speed right there.
Oh, I was looking away.
Just took like a millisecond to get on the other side of that group. And he went sideways with the fins back.
He looks like he's happy with the people,
Yeah.
all of his neighbors. He doesn't look
Right.
like he's...
He hangs out in this corner a lot. And some of that was the current, so I adjusted that old wave maker down to hit that, which was quite a mess from all that blowing up. But then I put in some of those nasty plastic plants from the 180 over there, the freshwater, and they have almost cleaned all that off, the mollies and some of the others. So I need to get him something I can anchor over here, that he can be cool and think he's hiding. I don't want him on the bottom because that would be his demise right there.
Get some of them, like them beta leaves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
And you can put it to where they're just laying at the top of the water.
Right. He does have a tail, by the way. It's clear, so you don't really see it. It's part of that camo because he's the shape of those leaves that he would be in. It's got a little place out of that tail. I meant to look at it. It looks okay, but yeah, he was swimming in the Indian Ocean a week ago. So
Ew. Well, I'd much rather live here than with the plastic floating stuff out there.
right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, thanks, Pam. I just wanted to couldn't stay away from
Pretty
him.
awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've always loved the batfish when they're small like that. They're so cool looking.
I hadn't seen this variety though. Always. Rack took off.
Oh, rack.
I know. I like those ukuleles.
I'm getting really big in India.
Cal, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get into a Bollywood movie or something.
Oh,
Are you really big in India, Ed?
You know how if you go to Your analytics. My top country that watches me, 24% of the people that watch me are from India.
I get a lot of India traffic on the Bird Garden channel too.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Do you think they're trying to mimic your culture?
I think they just like birds.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
and I think they
I
like
don't.
it.
I hope so, Bob. You know, I like birds. How could you not like birds? I like
It's
looking at India birds because they're so different. They probably see mine and think, "Wow, that's different."
well, just like we all like to look at fish from all over, except
Yeah.
our native kind of. So
Well, I love the Indian. My favorite guppies in the world come from India, and nobody imports them. It sucks because they are crazy. Nothing like what we see from coming out of
oh
the
yeah.
other parts of Asia.
Rack, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
No, it's a good question. I'm doing like a special live stream Monday night because would have been Betty White's 100th birthday on Monday.
Yeah, I heard you
And
mention
we're gonna like be pushing to get some donations for the Ark and for
that. Good.
another little
Sandy
shelter that got blown away in a hurricane.
Sandy
Mhm.
Dowdies. Yeah.
Sandy Dowdy likes
Oh, okay.
to work at during the summertime and stuff, and they need a lot of help right now. And would you like to come up and help us?
I can't commit from here, Pam, because my wife's off work. I don't know if we're going to be into anything, but
Okay.
keep an eye out for me in chat. Definitely, I'd like to help if I'm available.
Yeah, because I was just thinking that you would be really good on the panel for that stream.
Yeah, he would. He'd be good on the panel for any stream.
Yeah, but
I mean, look at me. Yeah, I'm in top of the heap right here tonight. Punching paints. I mean, Skipper's Aquarium's here. Come on.
But anyway, I'm going to start it at 8 o'clock my time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah.
And we're going to see there's kind of a worldwide thing to get people to donate $5 to a shelter in Betty White's name
That's
on her 100th
awesome.
birthday,
Yeah,
which is Monday.
I do want to help. I'm going to try to check in on that. That'd be like 10 o'clock my time. I should be in.
Yeah.
And Bob, do you have like annual funding goals for the ARC?
Yeah, we do. We just went through our last big fundraiser for the year, which is a Tree of Hope. And we used to make a lot of money because of our good reputation here in Cleveland for Petco. And then when I researched where those funds went, they don't stay local. They divide them up. You know, they even it out across all the states and all that, the regions. And I'm like, no, that's not fair. So we started doing our own Tree of Hope like 15 years ago. So
Good.
Well, and yours is better.
Well, it stays with us.
Yeah, local. Yeah.
And your shelter's cool because you can go pet cats there.
Right.
Or dogs if you're into that.
Right.
But
Are you
actually
going to have a booth or anything at Aquaticon?
Not planning on that, but I wonder if people would be interested. One thing I'm going to, it's the first of the year and we've only had one board meeting and we just fired our vet. I have to mail the certified letter Monday and we have a new vet that we've already started going to. So a lot of going on like that. And people are, no one likes change,
Right.
But I do want to, our insurance renews in April and we're negotiating with them to change some things and give us, normally we can't go to a venue like that, just the Christmas parade. And we don't want to do that because there's so many bells and whistles. We did it for years, but it just stresses the dogs out and when it's cold. But yeah, so we would have to, we're trying to see if we can go to things like, select things with permission from the insurance or from our local agent and increase the size of the dogs. It's restricted to 25 pounds, maybe 35 pounds. And I also want to, it's just a matter of changing it with the state. Anytime you change anything in your nonprofit, start keeping some little fluffy furry things and reptiles and fish.
Nice.
That doesn't mean we have to have a room full of snakes, but we're covered by our um, mission statement. You know, if somebody has a snake to rehome, you know.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could get a donation bucket or something at the YouTube table if you can't
Yeah.
have a full booth at Aquaticon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure, I don't know why I know this, but we were talking about it with Kenny, and I think he said we couldn't have dogs and cats. Well, I don't know about cats, but I think dogs because of insurance purposes.
Yeah.
Because of what?
It was
Insurance.
insurance.
Right.
And I don't know if it's the city. A lot of everything they're following is city ordinance.
Right.
But
Well, and I mean, even in the absence of the animals, I remember when Aquashella grew out of fish keeping to pet keeping, and all the influencers from the pet keeping genre showed up. It made a bigger impact. It was a bigger show. I'll say better. It was a better show.
Most people that keep fish have another pet or hobby or
It's hard for them to dislike other living things if they keep fish,
right.
not me. I hate everything, but
because
Right.
probably they have plants and invertebrates already also.
all right, I like that.
And I was going to ask you, Rack, and I forgot it, of course, till just now. Where's your puppy at?
She's
Yeah,
right
okay.
here. She just came to
Okay.
check on me. I got Looky right here.
Look
Come
out!
here, Looky.
Oh, my cat just walked in when I
Want to
kissed.
say hey to Bob? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Bob wants to say hello.
Oh, bless her. Look at her. She's getting a little gray, isn't she?
Oh, Lucky, she's getting old, Bob, like the
Yeah.
rest of us.
Yep. Bless her.
Thank you for asking about her. She appreciates it.
It's true that I really just hang out with people that have pets for their pets. Just like Ed loves to go places with me, not to be with me. He loves my truck.
Yep.
See?
Man, his truck has an air conditioner for your butt.
See?
Yeah.
GMC did a pretty good job with it. I'm happy with it.
Thank you, Bob.
He hates having a sweaty butt.
Oh, I
I
do
say
too.
thank you because that was the truck we made. That's another reason why I like that truck. I never had the money to actually be in one or afford one, but we just built them and looked at them. That's not true. There were people there that had them.
Did we decide chat was locked up?
On StreamYard, but on regular YouTube, it's fine.
They're probably talking about all kinds of stuff over there. Are there any questions over there, Skipper? I'm just on my phone, so
No, I ain't seen nothing. It says, well, why are we always yelling? He said, what does Bob and Kim Kardashian's butt have in common?
oh my God, I'll bet. What do we have in common?
Breaking the internet.
That's funny. How come it's always me? Never mind.
Don't worry about it. Patty's picking on me too.
Most
Skipper
of what I get, I'm owed, but I do try to be good.
Place in front of the TV.
How did her butt break the internet? Did she sit on something?
Ed,
It's big.
I've never seen those Kardashian shows.
I never have either, but you can't turn on anything without seeing something about them.
I don't know. They came to Montana when I was working at the bear place, the bear sanctuary. We were all talking about it because they were going to go dog sledding, and they got a hold of some people up there that had dog sleds, and they brought a camera crew with them and everything. And then the guy wouldn't let them take the dogs out for a day for free, so they didn't do it.
Well,
But
no, because he could be renting them to somebody else for money.
yeah, and they expected it for free because of who they were.
No.
And he said no, so they didn't do it. But then on their way back to the airport, it's always a lot of snow up there and stuff. And on their way back to the airport, they put their car in the ditch. So, yeah.
A rental.
I don't even know what Bob Priscilla say. Keller, are your August getting what?
Agama. Lizards.
Oh,
Agama.
yeah. Your
You got
Gama's
agamas, Bob?
Yeah,
Red-headed?
they're painted or clown. It's a common
Ooh.
name. What about them?
let me know if you get eggs.
Are they getting frisky?
They actually were. That's what I was looking at a minute ago. They are frisky, and she was the one starting it. So, yeah, I found him locally, and then while Ed and I were at Repticon, no, yeah, that was where we were. Last weekend, I got the female. Is that right, Ed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was there.
You were there? Okay, it must have been true then. But I put her in immediately. Well, I put the bag in for a couple hours so they could maybe smell each other or something. And as soon as I opened it, they just act like they knew each other, and bam, no problem.
Bow chicka bow wow. Actually, it's
Oh, thank you,
brown
Bob.
chicky
Purcell.
brown cow.
He shed his skin too. He's really brightly colored now. I've got 10% left on my battery in case I go out of here.
Yeah, actually, we're going like a little bit over right now. So,
But we have rack here, so we need to keep this going.
Right.
It's not every day
Oh, my
you can
God.
hang out with the man.
That's right.
I just figured out pop-out chat. Are you doing that, Skipper? So I went to the YouTube page and hit the little 3 buttons up there in the chat and did pop-out, and then close the YouTube so it doesn't echo. And now I can see chat and participate with my audio on.
You just taught me something.
I've always done pop out chat. I don't know.
Well, we need to talk about things like that, Ed, so everybody knows.
Ed's keeping secrets.
Yeah, Ed don't like to share stuff.
You noticed that too.
Yeah.
It's just when I learn something, I figure everybody knew 10 years before me.
Yeah, that's me, Ed.
Hey, I like it. Well, I'm gonna have to remember this. I'll probably forget from my stream tomorrow.
What about plant people? Are there any house plant people in here?
Oh, I bought a house plant last week, Bob.
No, I'm talking about like an expert.
Oh.
Not to whatever. Yeah, I know I was with you when you bought it.
Late.
Yes, you did, Dee Dee. You knew something I didn't know.
Anyway, I keep a lot of my plants like this on top of tanks for the humidity if they need it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And also it's good water for the plants. And you know where this is going. Just
Want to tell in?
no. Well, yeah, that was yesterday. A bunch of my succulents were up there when I was doing the water change on here, and they fell in there. And I'm still doing water changes. I got to fill this up when we get off. They fell in the axolotls, but that's okay. But I'm drying them out, so they're up there. But the other plants, I just absent-mindedly, I'll say that, rather than moronically, dip down into the salt water and
Thank you,
water
Adele.
the big plants. So I tried to flush that water through at the sink with fresh water. So far they haven't turned purple or anything. So I want to see the comments. Is there anything else I can do except repot them? Oh, I can't see the comments. It's still frozen.
Nobody said anything yet.
They probably don't know anything about plants.
You'd be surprised.
These little guns came out really cool. I don't know if you can see that.
Trying to use that.
Oh my goodness! Thank you again, Adele.
The little
What's
copper
Adele
here.
doing?
Look good, but
Throwing
Ed.
little super
Thank you.
chats.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta buy some more glue tomorrow. All my glue's gone bad.
I was messaging Adele earlier today. Yep.
Oh,
Boom.
See how the
Turned out
copper
good.
and the rope, you can see the rope?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Because they shoot these spears and pull things in.
that looks pretty awesome.
They sit on the back of the shark. Here, maybe I could sit one on top of the shark. See, I don't have the glue, so I can't glue them in.
That's
But-
cool.
Oh, that's just awesome. Awesome, awesome.
That shark turned out pretty nice.
Thank you.
I
That's,
think of Pet Tech when I see that.
Yeah, I wish I was that quality. But
shark is so cool. I love that.
Well, hello, Sandy Dowdy. She
There's
just
the
got
other
home
shark.
from work.
this shark has its mouth open.
That is pretty neat.
So I'd put this guy gets to sit on this one, the one with the spear. Oh, it's hard to do. Oh well.
Now,
And then they have a little rider. I've been painting the riders. The riders are going to be like this.
Awesome.
And I need to dull the silver down
Uh-oh.
in that because it's way too bright.
yeah, it is pretty bright.
Did it glitch for anybody besides me?
No, it's you.
It was exactly like that. Yeah. It's my
But you see,
neighbor's
like-
internet.
I dulled this one already down tonight.
Oh yeah.
So you can see how
Mhm.
he's not as bright.
How do you dull it down?
I dry brush a darker metallic over him,
Oh, okay.
and I just dab it in. There's lots of
Like a
ways.
patina.
You
What's
get-
that color on his bottom garment, Ed?
Well,
What is that
I kind of
color?
it was like a midnight blue, and then I mixed the midnight blue with a powder blue, so that way it would look
Oh,
two-dimensional.
nice.
Very cool.
He's a pretty neat looking guy. I like how the fish came out. You can kind of see it. It's purple on top and
Oh, yeah.
kind of the
Yeah.
light blue on the bottom. I like he had a rock that he's standing on. My stupid shirt's what's focusing.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What is the red?
He has like a sash that's coming out of his
Cool.
hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did it with fire engine red and I think bright red, which almost the same thing. So I just don't want to put a pink into it. Because if I add water or white to it, it's going to come out pink looking.
Yep. Yep.
So I was thinking about maybe adding a little yellow.
Yeah.
And, touch it. Maybe I'll do that right now, actually. So what I do is I've got a little bit right here on the palette,
hmm
and I'm just going to put a little drop right next to it and mix it. I'm not going to use any more red tonight, so that's not the good yellow. This is the good yellow.
I love those paints, Ed.
I do too. They're so cheap.
I know you don't hesitate to use them because they're so cheap to replace.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 things of these things. I've also got them right there, but they're kind of heavy when you get that much. So I'm just going to take the end of a sucker. Remember earlier today I was pulling the sucker head out of the candy? Unfortunately, the red is kind of dry because I did it so early in the string. I'm going to put a tab of red in there.
You scared me, Holly.
But that's one of my favorite things is just mixing the color. Oh, and I got black on my straw. And then, so now I'm just going to take kind of a crappy brush.
Uh-huh.
I got the red on it, on the end. And now I'm going to tap this red like this and get it off the brush. So it's just a little bit on there, but it's called dry brushing because all there is dry paint left. And it might have made it a little brighter. I don't know.
I don't know if that's an oxymoron, but I love when descriptives conflict. Dry paint, dry brush.
I don't know if you can really tell any difference, but I think it's a little brighter now.
It is.
Just touching it
Yep.
here and there. You
Yep.
can kind of see the yellow almost burning into it, but that's all right. I love painting fires. One of my favorite things.
It looks highlighted, is what it looks. The yellowish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks great.
That's the whole concept of the dry brush. Is just so it's not going to get everywhere. It's just going to get in some spots, but it's just enough to catch your eye.
It's pretty cool.
I love dry
learned something
brushing.
new.
I have a question, a fish fam question. Has anybody heard from Joseph Harden?
Who?
Joseph Harden, JH Aquatics.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him for a while.
What do you think
It's
of that?
been a couple of months, but he posted something, a member something, and I got it. It's been like 2 months, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen much lately.
I think it was a short or one of those reels or something. I have to go look at his channel, but he posted something, but then nothing else that I've seen.
I thought about him the other day, and I looked at his channel. I hadn't seen he made any recent posts. It was like a year ago.
Oh, okay. It may be Instagram,
Yeah,
because I follow him
he
on
definitely
Instagram.
can't be less active than on YouTube, where I look. I guess life happens. You know, chapters change.
Well, you know he moved back to the island and that stuff, right?
I had suspected, but I didn't. I didn't know.
Yeah, he and Amber aren't together anymore, and he moved back.
Well,
Yeah, and that's common. She talks about that, so it's common,
Good,
you know,
good.
knowledge.
Because I don't need to pry. I didn't mean to pry, but
No. She talks about it.
good. I'm glad to hear everybody's okay.
Yeah, and she's in Florida,
Wow,
Jacksonville.
that was a big move for her, wasn't it?
It was. She's loving it down there. She's out in all the tidal pools and just loving it.
What
Got her
part of
fishing
Florida?
going.
Jacksonville?
Yep.
Barely Florida.
Yeah. I was
Just
surprised
barely,
when
you're
she
right.
said there. I thought she'd go a little farther north. I mean, south.
You know, James is, he was there when he was a little kid. He lived on a shrimp boat, Fish Room Fever, James. And I knew his grandmother. She was a phlebotomist or a medical lab technologist or something when I was the hospital, the nursing supervisor, you know, the building supervisor on 3 to 11. She's 30 years old. Jesus, I wouldn't do anything like that
Small
now.
world.
Did
Right.
you guys date?
Who, his grandmother? I was a young man. She was an old woman, Ed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Follow the story now.
Were you
Starting.
in
It just-
Florida?
It would have
What?
been cool if it turned out that Bob was his father
James's
or
grandfather. Step grandfather,
Oh, Jesus.
the podfather, grandfather. I lived in Jacksonville. Is that
Wow.
what you said, right?
The last time I was in Jacksonville, it was a large city. Very
Oh, yeah,
busy.
it was back then. I haven't been back for over 20 years.
Yeah, it's like city thoroughfares were 8 lanes wide.
Yep. I lived there 16 years. I went there on vacation from New York City and just put in a couple applications and got offered an awesome job to set up an outpatient surgery unit. And don't you know, I was on the way. They moved me and all that, you know, that stuff. So,
It says in his,
Land.
you want me to read what it says in the community tab?
Yeah.
yeah.
It says he's been taking some personal time, but now I have tanks cycled and ready. I'm looking forward to
Awesome.
my fish being shipped from Florida. I can't wait to start filming again. I do miss it. A live stream is coming soon. That was 3 months ago.
Well, we'll see. There we go. 3 months. Let's go, Joe. Chop chop.
Yeah, and then one of his buddies or a friend gave him 4 cycled 10 gallons. The new homes for his wild caught blue tetras and his imperial tetras.
I almost got an emperor tetra the other day at the store here in Cleveland in.
Oh, neat.
Aquatic Den. It's been there, I know, 3 years. That one Emperor Tetra by itself, it's the only one. I thought, well, it'd be the only one here. It's fine where it is.
Oh, listen, Alec did say something about Alec used to teach horticulture labs at Cali Poly Solo Town before ZooMed was there. One of the labs was foliage plant production. You need to bare root the plants, flush with fresh water, and repot it in a peat light type medium.
So I do need to repot them. I'll
Yeah.
do that. I've got to repot a bunch of other little things too that I've got pots and all that for. So I'll just do them all at once.
Bob, if you're going to do that, rinse the roots off while you're at it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what he said to do too.
I rinsed them under the faucet pretty good, to let it run through like 5 minutes. But
Oh.
I'll get them out of that soil. I'm sure it changed it. Oh, I hear the cricket too.
Yeah.
It's
It
very
aggravates me when I hear them in the background on somebody else's channel, but I love them here. Because it's like the window's open or something. It makes you, it's just relaxing. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it.
That one better be quiet. He's in the chameleon's habitat.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, the male's up looking for him too,
Dead.
doing his eyes the opposite ways. Where are you?
You know, part of the bonsai culture involves pots in a very big way, and those, I guess, like ceramics. And when you get deep into the bonsai culture, you find these little things, these
Whoa.
little squares, little cubicles, tiny matchbox-sized ceramics. What's that? And these are cricket houses that the Japanese would keep crickets for good luck as pets. And these little ceramic cricket houses, with air holes and everything, would fit in your pocket. You could carry your cricket with you in your pocket. And then come home, put him in his little cage, aquarium, whatever, or terrarium, and open the box and let him out.
I have heard that, and I think I heard it from you, Ray.
Yeah.
It
I
all
knew
came
about it
back
from
to me
reading
as
a
I heard.
book. I read a book called The Cricket from Times Square when I was a little kid.
Well, thank you all
How
for
do they keep-
validating that.
What I want to know is how they kept them alive. I can't keep half of mine alive, so I throw them in the fish tanks of the big fish, and they don't have any trouble eating a dead cricket. But
You have trouble keeping them alive, Bob?
yeah, I've tried a couple of places, and the reason I was in that store the other day, because I've been getting them from Petco, and but usually by the time I can get them all fed, about half of them are deceased, and I am real careful to do what all the resources say to do with them. But I've tried another place, and that's why they're singing. They're bigger crickets, and they seem not to die as often. At least that's what he told me, that his didn't die off.
I did, when I was doing poison dart frogs, I ordered crickets in the thousands, tens of thousands, and they would ship
How did you
them.
keep them alive?
Well, they would ship them with nothing but egg crate, right? Just broken egg crate. And then I would put them on damp sand with an open lid. I wasn't trying to keep any humidity in there, but the sand was damp, and raw carrots. And I didn't, after shipping shock, I had crickets growing in the different sizes because the poison dart frogs needed the pinheads, of course. So my difficulty was not losing them to death. It was they were getting so large I couldn't feed them. That's when I got into tarantulas. So the crickets that outgrew the dart frog food, they got fed to the tarantulas. And I also caught some native crickets, and I'm sure you guys have them down there too. The They're larger black crickets you see in the summertime.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
put them in a 10-gallon aquarium with damp sand in the bottom, and they immediately you see the females putting their pipettes in the sand. And it was like 10 days I had baby native crickets. So
Well, I'm going to try the sand then. Yeah.
open container, I think, was the ticket, not trapping any air. They had a good air exchange, and raw carrots, and also a sponge for water if they wanted water. I don't know if they ever used it.
I use a
in
couple
Petri dish.
cotton balls.
Yeah.
I bought that cricket habitat that was $27 at Petco.
Petco.
And it has the top, the lid has so many slits in it, it ain't even funny.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is it has these 4 square tubes that go in. And the crickets crawl up in there. You just pull one of the tubes out. I look down. Yeah, that looks good. I put it in my fish tank. My African butterfly fish love it.
Good.
What's your mortality rate, survival rate, or whatever, Skipper?
Well, I use it comes with a feeding tray, what else? And that sponge. It has a sponge tray for water, but I also put that what's that? I might have to look. But anyways, it's like it's gel, but it has calcium and stuff in it for them.
Right.
It helps them stay hydrated. But I think the issue is it's a bare bottom, so I'm wondering if get some aquarium sand or something, make it wet, and put in there would help them better. Because
it might. See what Rack said though is everything says don't have them in high humidity, but with it being open like that, it escapes. So that's the trick, evidently. Pam, will you blow me up, please?
Yes.
I think I would go with play sand over pool sand because I think it'd probably be, it's got clay and stuff in it. That would probably be better for the eggs and stuff, I bet, than pool sand.
Okay. I might
These are the fish I haven't done a video on, but I got yesterday at one of the stores. Got 5 of them.
What size crickets are you feeding, Bob?
I've gone to large now.
Okay, so you couldn't use a 10-gallon because they could crawl up silicone in the corner.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I have wire lids. I can use wire lids for the large.
Well, there you go. There you go. And also had friends who were doing larger tree frogs who used this the taller Rubbermaid bins that were 10-gallon size or bigger, and they would just take Vaseline and rub Vaseline like 4 inches down from the top.
I have them in a bin now, and they don't climb up it. They stay on the egg crate and the stuff in the center.
Is that spotted gar? Gar that you got there? Is that what you have?
No, isn't it cool though? You see them? They're really fast. There's 2 or 3 of them. These are juveniles. That's what I said. And in the video, I went back and said, I've got to have these. And research said 5 of them. And he only had like 7 or 8. So, but I got the 5. They are rainbow loaches.
Oh, neat.
Okay. I was going to go with loach, but I wasn't sure.
What are the live pairs?
They're just a platy, a pretty platy I saw somewhere, and they've exploded. You want some platies?
No, I'm getting rid of fish. I'm not acquiring, but those are beautiful. Those might be the prettiest platies I've ever seen.
Oh, you guys show me your other ones.
There's Dee Dee's buddy, Big Red. Oh, he's shy. He ran back there. He's a beta that was ammonia burned up. PetSmart. And he made it, though. He was really burned badly. But yeah, I love those loaches. They color up more than that, and they're not sexable. And color and size, none of that. No one's figured out how to sex them.
Can I ask
and
how
don't
much
ask
they
me.
are?
They were cheap, Ed. They were, well, for what they are. $10.99, I think, a fish.
Gotcha.
$11.99 maybe, because I was counting $12. 5 is this amount, you know.
Hey, Bob and Ed, how long ago was it we were at Aquatic Marine for that meetup?
I bet it's been 3 to 4 years.
I was going to say 2.5 years, but Ed may
Yeah.
be right.
Well, I picked up a couple yo-yo loaches from Kenny while we were there, and those are the fattest
I bet
fish I've got right now.
I
That's
bet
awesome.
they're huge.
Yeah, well, the deal is I started feeding a sinking food, like super high protein cichlid food and high color food.
That they can get.
Well, it sinks. So what the fish don't get on the way down, the loaches get.
Mhm.
And they are porkers.
Oh, Aquaballs is here. Hello, George.
Hey, George,
George
Hi,
is awesome.
George.
He just
see how those are taking the food away from the super reds? They were over there pushing
Yeah,
them
they're
away. So
aggressive.
this is just a place. Yeah, I just had to have a place to drop them, because when I got them, I don't really have a tank for these.
You got a baby
And
platy there.
there's a bunch in here. I remember when Pam said, "Oh, there's a bunch of fry in there." I only had like 2 or 3 pairs of them, and now those fries are having babies. And remember, Skipper, we were talking about quote unquote black corridoras
yeah.
the other day. There's a good example of black, not black.
Well,
They're still cool though.
those look like red Venezuelans to me.
Yeah, they're supposed to be red high fin Venezuelans, but they're not. They only cost like $9.99, so they're way underpriced. They're not, but they look like them. Yeah, I got to get those guys out. I fed extra last night because I saw they were taking the food from all the other fish. I bet they're hungry. Anyway, that's all I was going to show. Thank you, Pam.
That's a good group of fish, Bob. I like those platies.
It's awesome.
I just did water change on this, and it still hadn't cleared. So
He has a tank with high fin platies in it. They're pretty nice too.
yeah, I was sitting over there. There's one of the new baby boas.
Ah.
What's on your dining room table? Well,
Boy, if I had a fish tank on there, I'd get my butt chewed because it wasn't a cheap
Yep.
table, which it was Amish made.
look at this. It's not just the table.
She
At some
killed
point,
me.
I just had to realize that you're not going to have a dining room anymore. Here's the agamas. Anyway, I'm
What
having
you've
fun.
got there, Bob, is a beautiful ukulele emporium.
There you put them up on the wall.
One ukulele
Oh,
between
yeah.
the tanks. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But all of my posters I got at the King Tut tour at Camp Jacksonville. I'm teasing. I collected those for some reason.
How's that basket balanced on the rim of that tank?
Just sit it on there. There's a brace there.
And
And sure, no end of it's heavier than
Okay.
the other.
all right, I see it's on the crossbar.
Oh, I drop stuff all the time. I pulled last night, almost ready for bed, and I was getting this little bit of juice or something. Anyway, I opened the fridge, and when I pulled my hand out, one of these put in there, with slop in it. I pulled out and went in my shoes, all my pants, everything.
Oh God!
I was happy.
What size is that
Damn
platy
laughing.
tank, Bob?
It's 20 long,
Okay.
just a little 20 long. That's it.
One of the worst things that I've ever done, and I know I've told you guys this before, but I'm going to tell you again, so be prepared, is years ago I used to get tubifex worms to feed my fish. And tubifex worms are kind of nasty because they get them out of sewage lines. So before you feed them to fish, you need to cleanse them. And if I remember right, I used to put baking soda in the water and soak them for a couple days, and keep switching and getting fresh water and stuff till they flush themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get them, they like ball up into this like gross ball of reddish brown worms, right, with little wigglies all over and stuff. But they tend to ball up. So I'd put them in a bowl in the refrigerator with the water, you know, and then like a couple times a day I'd flush them out until they were pretty flushed out and I could feed them to the fish. And so I had a ball of tubifex worms in my refrigerator. And it was the middle of the day and I was like getting dinner started and stuff before the kids came home from school. And I decided to make the kids some green jello for dessert. So I made the green jello and I slid it, you know, into the refrigerator. And a couple hours later I checked and the jello was just about set. But the ball of tubifex had like climbed out of the bowl
Ooh.
and slid into the jello.
Oh.
So I had a pan of green jello with red tubifex worms all over in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did the kids
So,
think about it? Did they still eat it?
No, I didn't even show it to the kids. I like had it in the garbage before they got home from school.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
Personally, I couldn't eat green jello for years because it was pretty nasty looking with this jello all solidified full of worms.
I feel like something you see in a haunted house.
Oh, it was nasty looking. It was pretty nasty.
Where did Bob go? Did his phone die?
Yeah, his phone died.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Oh, we lost the Bob.
Well, Rack, I bet you we met in 2019 because it wasn't that before all the diseases happened.
Yeah, there was no talk of any virus when we had our meetup.
I bet it was 2019. So that would only be 3 years ago, maybe, or is that 4?
Yeah.
It still seems too long.
It seems like yesterday. It is too long.
Well, it's because we've done nothing, or we've done very little in the time, like as in getting together and having fun.
Yeah, there hasn't been any intermittent meetups, but we've seen each other. We hang out all the time. It's cool. So when are you coming by, Ed?
Well, I think that James is getting is healthy now. But this week, the newspaper's coming. The Chattanooga newspaper's coming on Friday to take photos.
I know
of
you're going to be a celebrity.
Well, I don't know about that, but I got to make sure that my fish room looks really good. I don't want to leave town. I need to spend several hours a day.
So when you and James come, my fish room is not going to look really good.
That's all right.
No entourage, just you two. No hitchers, nobody else, just you two.
That's fine. And
I'm not cleaning house before you get here. It's going to be the way it is.
That's fair. Well, and Sean and James, I think, are both going to come on Saturday because Sean wants to do this tank. He's going to make a video of it, of him escaping it.
Yeah.
And he's been talking about that for about 6 months, but we've had such a hard time getting together to do it. And he's also wanted to videotape my fish room. And I said, this is a great time because I'll have it looking super pristine.
Oh, man, I hope he's able to do that. You know, he's basically a powerhouse of a YouTube channel. You got the co-op, right? And you got KG. So, okay, Joey, 1 million, the co-op, 600,000, KG, 400,000. Okay, then there's a big gap, and it comes down to Pet Tech, 40,000, 50,000.
He just hit 50 yesterday.
50,000 subscribers, and then there's us, 1,000 guys.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a powerhouse, and he's been at it for a long time. He's excellent at video editing and content continuity and consistency. And I say that because he is a cool guy. When you meet him, he's just a cool guy. He's not a celebrity. He's not a persona. And his talent, he's giving freely to the community. If you watch his videos, man, I'm inspired. Every video, such creativity. I mean, the guy was a professional photographer or something like that when he and his wife met. He's got skills. Yeah, we got a great group of people. We got Pam Earlywine here, who is a premier artist. She doesn't like it when I go on about her, but I can't help it.
100 in the top.
I look at artists every day. I do work. I look at work. I'm telling you, Pam is the best of the best. And I don't know why she doesn't have 1 million subscribers on her YouTube channel. and why she doesn't have a personality Facebook page. It's an honor to be here with her, and she's just so unassuming. She's a hilarious person to hang out with. You'd never know that she was a top shelf artist to talk to her. She's real people. And she did not pay me to say that. She's probably embarrassed.
She'd pay you not to say it.
Yeah, I'd pay you not to say
Right,
that.
right. If I would have known he would have said that, he wouldn't have been up here.
You're lucky she didn't kick you off. I learned the hard way.
Well, we love you, Pam. That's all. That's all.
Well, Rack, you're more than welcome to come down on Saturday, and we'll play the bird game if you want to.
Well, that would be a lot of fun. But the weekends, I mean, my wife is working so hard. The weekends are our time for her to unwind and us to just chill. So,
Totally understand.
I mean, I'm retired. It's like all I have is time. But when we have time together, that's priority. And then, so I'm live streaming now at 1:00 on Wednesdays. So weekdays between, morning and 5 p.m. Eastern, that's when I can get work done. And otherwise, I want to prioritize, because I can, family time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Family, nothing's more important than family.
That's why I was late for the stream. They wanted me to watch the Eternals with them, and I said, all right. And then it's like a 3-hour freaking movie.
Yeah, it's a long, slow movie.
But they are making a second one.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't be as boring and long. Because I enjoyed it. It was just boring and long.
So Ed's second channel should be a movie critic channel.
Oh, I have wanted to do a movie critic stream, or not stream, but website, since websites were like first made. My buddy Joe and I, we used to go see a movie every Sunday night, and we were going to call it Two Normal Guy Review, because I don't like critics, how they like boring, terrible stuff. They don't give credit to good stuff. So,
Peck Tech did a couple of those videos.
oh yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to look deep in his channel.
I'll have to do that. Have to check that out.
And he worked in the movie industry.
Oh, he still does.
Yeah.
So he may not. Maybe that's why he stopped, because he went into the movies. They might want him to always say nice things about everything.
No, as a matter of fact, he was very genuine. He was, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like. And he had a co-host who also spoke very freely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Yeah, definitely not a network job.
I've seen his steampunk stuff, but I never saw his movie reviews.
Have you seen his roller derby stuff?
No, I have not seen that.
Okay, that was before the steampunk. But yeah, so if you're hearing all of this about Peck Tech for the first time, that's how you become a YouTube powerhouse. You start out in roller derby, then you go to steampunk, then you do movie reviews, then you start filming your aquariums. That'll make you a powerhouse.
And he has a game net channel.
Now he's shifted into a game channel, right? It's his second channel.
Yeah, but I think he's had it for years. But I keep pushing him to do more because I like playing games, and he loves games.
Yeah,
so I
visited him. I went to his house in Knoxville, and he had just started his gaming channel, and he showed me his gaming room and his gaming table. It's like surrounded by aquariums. So cool. So cool.
Yeah. Well, I told him I would go up once a week and play a game, and he could do all the talking, and I'll just move my pieces. Because you got to have somebody to play against.
Yes.
So I said, I'll just be the quiet guy with the red beard that does the.
He asked me what game I played. He said, everybody plays a game. What game do you play? And I said, you're right. I play online chess. And so now whenever he speaks about me, he includes, and he plays chess. Like, what game do you play?
Oh, yeah.
He plugs that into your bio.
Oh, I used to play chess. I love playing chess, but it
I'm
was
no good,
hard
by the way.
because it was hard to find people to play with because after you beat them like 3 or 4 times or more, then they quit playing. They won't play with you anymore.
I never learned how to play.
And I'm not like really, really, really good, but I'm better than the average person.
So
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
doubt
So,
that, Pam, because you're smart that way. It's very patternistic, and you learn patterns,
yeah.
and you know if you're playing an opponent who doesn't recognize patterns, uh, it's noticeable.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
my ex-husband would never play me because we played a couple times when we were dating, and then he got mad and he said, "Well, I have a friend that'll beat you. He's really, really good." So he brought him over to play me chess. And Rack, you'll understand this. 4 times in a row, I put him in a fool's mate.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
this guy's no good. It's like,
yeah, that's not good. You really
no,
don't have a basic understanding if you get fools mated 4 times.
in a row, yeah, just like bam, 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 and
A
he was
fool's
done.
mate is a 4-move checkmate. So
Yeah, a
basically, you
fool's mate
checkmated
is
your
like
opponent in
4-move
4
checkmate.
moves. And once you should learn the first time, well, I'm not doing that again.
Bob said, Pam, I wouldn't mind being beat. Jesus.
I don't think my
No,
chat's moving at all.
my older brother Bill, he was the state champion on the chess team, like
Wow.
all the way through high school. And he taught me to play when I was about 6 years old. So I do know how to play chess.
Well, I'll tell you, Pam, there's several free applications you could dip in if you have a minute and check that out. I play on chess.com and I choose the 10-minute games. So each player gets 10 minutes. The games don't go on for days. And they have tournaments if you want to play tournaments. I've played a lot of tournaments, scored highly in some tournaments. And after a period of playing, you're assigned like a ranking. So then you're playing people within your ranking range.
Oh, that'd be fun. That's the problem is chess is one of
Yeah.
those games where you got to find some. To me, the most fun is to play against somebody that's better than me.
Yeah.
And it
Learn
really
something.
is not fun if you can beat them 4 times in a
Exactly.
row with a fool's mate.
Yeah, like locally, if I play, I would want to play like I'd want to play 20 people at one time, and then figure out who beat me, and then have games with them.
Well,
So yeah, so this online chess at chess.com, which is free by the way. And my username is Reverence with all E's, no A's. Reverence. If you want to challenge me, you can. I like a 10-minute game, and I play for fun. We
Yeah.
play sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I look at my ranking fluctuates a couple hundred points, but my win-loss hovers right around 50-50. So
That sounds like fun. Like I say, to me, the most fun is playing someone that's better than I am.
yeah, it's like working a puzzle. And
Yeah.
sometimes you work it better than your opponent, sometimes you don't. I don't get salty if I lose. I don't get haughty if I win. I just
like I say,
enjoy.
I like to play somebody that's better than me.
It's a mental exercise. It can't make me dumber. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
many
makes
things
me
can.
feel
This
dumb.
isn't one of them.
well, that's basically what I tell tabletop gaming is.
I think it's a lot. It has a lot in common.
Each one has a certain move that can do. I mean, it does have certain shots and things, but it's very, very much the same. It's just got a fantasy spin.
Yeah.
You have to use a tape measure. You know, this piece can go 3 inches in a turn or spin and do different things.
Well, Pam, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I was just looking at the clock. It's almost midnight here, which means it's 2:00 in the morning over there.
Yeah,
Well, before you
So-
guys go, Pam, you and I need to get together on chess.com.
I will
And-
have to check it out when I get a chance. That sounds like fun. It really does.
Chess.com, and my username is Reverence with all E's.
Okay.
And Skipper and I need to get together again. Didn't we have a good live stream? Yeah, that was really cool. We need to do that again whenever you want.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and Ed and I need to get together whenever everything works out.
Yep.
I can't. I would like to come down y'all's way and visit. I want to start going places and visiting fish stores.
Where are you, Tom?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, come on down to Aquaticon. That'd be a great time.
Yeah, and we'll take you
I
to all
work
the
that
shops.
weekend. I work that weekend, so I can't. And but I will be at Triple Crown. So I will be actually close down that way, but that's Knoxville, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's
not.
Louisville.
Yeah.
You guys are Knoxville. That's
It's still
Louisville.
5 hours or so, 6.
Yeah,
Now-
it's 6 hours drive for me to get there.
And Pam, are you doing camping trips when
I'll wait and
things
see how
permit?
it looks this year. Because last year I just canceled it because everybody had to
Yeah.
cancel.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
it hasn't been. The last couple of years has been kind of a waste of time trying to organize it. So I'll see what it looks like this year before I say yes or no. But it would be fun. Would be fun. The one time we did have it, it was a blast. But then
Did
the
Candy
pandemic
go
hit.
when you did it before? Did Candy go?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. That's another name I haven't heard of in forever. Is Candy
She's still around. She
Okay.
works for Corey now. At
Corey?
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Well, and she's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
And
a
she
great
She
relationship.
moved to Washington, so
And
Yeah.
her husband.
They
they're
divorced.
divorced, and she is with
Sicklets.
Chicklets
Chicklets.
23.
Yep. So
So-
they're together.
Is her husband on? Does he frequent live stream sometimes?
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
Oh, okay. And
He,
her son, Caleb.
Yeah. He's doing good.
Excellent. Excellent. Getting the scoop.
Yeah.
But yeah, Candy's happy, and that's what's mattered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Remember, we're having a special stream Monday night.
Pam, I'll drop in on that when I can. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry I can't commit from here.
That's fine. If you want to come in, I'll send you a link, and if you want to come in, you can, or you can be in
Okay.
the chat or whatever.
Oh, great.
But
Thanks.
just reminding everybody, we're having an extra stream on Monday night in honor of Betty White's 100th birthday. And thank you, everybody that did a super chat tonight, and thank you guys for coming up. And good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks, Pam. Good
Thank
night,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, Pam.